trying to say that they're not allowed to be. See, that's the problem. Women can't be loud.
They can't be who you want. You can be loud. Just accept us calling you loud, motherfucker.
Yes. Nothing wrong with being loud.
Look at that. Look at. I just made him mad with the women. Get him.
No. Who can't get her?
No, you.
No, I'd be mad with anybody. Why you gotta
call
call
the headline?
Call us
who that goes off on black women?
Tell them to be quiet. They ain't say nothing about black either. They gonna put black in there though.
Yeah, they gonna put black in there.
They gonna put black. They ain't say nothing about black. Yeah.
He's trying to silence them.
Yeah, I'm so sick of the world, goddamn. But here we go.
Well, we said neither one of them. They gonna put big black women in there too. We said,
you already know that's what they gonna say. I said
you got to put the debate in there, motherfucker. And then what's crazy?
He's fat black shaming.
What's crazy is everybody gonna get mad at you as if you said it, and they didn't even click to see what you really said. They just gonna get mad at the headline. Oh, he said it. Right. Bitch, if you don't click that fucking story,
or if they do fool, they gonna play the little 5 little seconds where I did say, except us calling you loud. And they gonna play that right there. He said,
and they ain't gonna play the 3-4 examples we gave of her being loud in the same damn thing.
It's too much time, man. They ain't got that much time.
No, they gotta hit it. They gotta hit it quick. But here we go. You're tuning in to the Dummies Podcast. I'm Stop.
I'm Joe.
I'm Todd.
I'm Hootie, nigga.
And we back like we never left, because like we say every week, we never leave. It's episode 96. Yes, sir. 4 more. We hit that century mark, baby. And we also coming up on our 2-year anniversary. You dig? We've been doing this. We've been consistent. Yes, the Dummies Podcast is always consistent. That's just us. Get used to it. As always, we want to say shout out to all the people on the front lines, man, who are still battling pandemic. Seeing some good news, but we're not out the woods. Seeing the numbers kind of going down across a lot of the states, and that's good. They're attributing a lot of that to people being more proactive with wearing their masks. So keep your shit on. There's still people who not doing it. It's gonna always be those people. But yeah, shouts out to the people on the front line, man, who've been battling this pandemic for 6 months now. I seen a nurse post. She was saying how, like, man, this has been like the hardest stretch of career. Like in 12, 13 years, I've never had a stretch this hard before. So, and then on top of that, she was like, they dealing with that. She in Texas, they got 2 different hurricanes that projected to come that direction. So they just like, God damn. And it was something else just happened in Texas not too long ago that they had to deal with. So shouts out to them, man. I know it got to be a strain and stress. I know the money, we see the money that they getting paid. That ain't always the end all be all, but
you getting it.
Great motivation for it.
Hell yeah.
60 grand in 3 months.
Right.
How can you get a microwave?
I'm going to go in that bitch and nursing degree. Then y'all straight? Y'all need something?
Y'all need anything? Need to talk about?
I go in that bit work for 6 months and I quit. I'm gone.
I got some ginger ale.
Right.
No, black
that's water.
Nigga got COVID. You over that bitch? You want the ginger ale? That shit help.
Ginger ale
in the cracker.
Ginger ale and Robitussin.
Ginger ale in the cracker.
Oh, you go there, grandma, my arm broke. Just get a little ginger ale and cracker, man. Go sit in bed. You back.
Go take a nap. Go take a nap.
Yeah, go take a nap.
Dummy.
Nigga be on that bitch dying. Grandma gonna say, go take a nap, goddamn.
My grandma used to think Neosporin fix everything. You been and broke your arm. Put some Neosporin on it. You'll be all right. What? Nigga, take me to the hospital.
Right.
I need a new arm, grandma.
But what we at with a hoop? Oh, no, it's Sunday. I didn't even finish. It's Sunday. What's the date? August the what?
23rd.
August the 23rd. Look, man, it's about to be September already. Football season around here we saw started. High school.
Numbers will be up next week.
And they not being safe at all. They just in a big cluster, no mask, just screaming and sweating. Like,
well, I think it's places, because I saw in Mobile, it was like mad. Nobody in the stands.
Yeah.
Hardly.
But that was at Lad, too.
Okay, that was at Lad.
I know what I'm talking.
Because LaFleur was playing with some, I think. Yeah. So it probably was at Lad. But I saw in Tuscaloosa, where they was just in that bitch like it was last year. And that bitch was rocking.
I seen one of them school districts. I want to say it might have been Fairhope in Mobile. They only sold so many tickets so they could distance. Yeah. And I don't know who it was, but basically the principal in the school district was getting mad that, like, you fans, y'all want these kids to play. You want these boys to be out here playing. You're here, but you won't follow the rules. They got mad because the fans was too clustered up. You know what I'm saying? So,
and I noticed that from a lot of the little kids, like a few kids I follow, like on Twitter, Facebook, and all. And they were like, "Y'all want us to have a season so bad, but y'all don't want to follow the rules and wear your masks." And when you got kids out here saying this, It's just
that's crazy. When kids gotta have more sense than y'all dumbass adults.
They telling y'all stupid.
That's because them niggas really want to play and
shit.
Yeah,
that
they
nigga
ready
want
to
to
get back
play
to
the
the
game, man. Right.
Well, where we at with the hoop?
This week, man, I ain't do much this week, man. You know what I'm saying? Dropped the kid off at college, was at the crib for a little bit, chilled a little bit, came back and got right back to normal standard routine. Every day became one again. So I ain't really do much of nothing this week. How about you, Todd?
Slow motion. But I got a question about that though. Like, how's the house been since it's been empty?
Nigga, I'm free.
That nigga walk around, goddamn.
Free. Walking around, ball swinging
around that bitch, goddamn.
Ball swinging at the door.
Nigga got a roll with nothing on up under that bitch, probably just walking through that bitch.
Now I see her like them little commercials and videos, and nigga walk in the door and clothes just start flying everywhere. Walking that bitch in this strip. But it's cool, man. You know what I'm saying? It is a little weird. You know what I'm saying? It is something you got to get used to. You know what I'm saying? You used to having somebody in the house for the last however many years. Right. And then it just gets to a point where that shit just stops. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's like you got, honestly, me and the girl actually talked about shit. It's like you got to get to know each other. You know what I'm saying? And that may be a good thing. You know what I'm saying? That might be a good thing and help you just get to know each other, get back cool. Not saying that you wasn't cool.
Talking.
Yeah, well, it is, fool. But then it's actually been okay, I guess. It's been okay, you know what I'm saying?
I'm just talking shit.
Like just getting to know each other all over again. You don't have no choice, really.
Look how Can't Get Right.
You really don't.
Well, Can't Get Right don't have no other way, so he need to go in the opposite direction, you know.
Right. So I see the other way. Right. This is true. It's true.
But that's a good question, Todd. Starting off with questions and shit.
Hey,
who did
learn from the best? Learn from the best.
Questions in my intro. I don't give a fuck.
You tuning into the? Hold on, I got a question. God damn it, who this shit?
Hold on, nigga, I got a question about the two in there. Shit.
Nah, man, everything been like you said, man. This real quick, man. Everything just been together for real. Shout out, DJ. You know what I'm saying? My dog, he dropped on y'all niggas who was hating on him.
Dropped on you? Dropped on Todd?
Dropped on Todd.
That's how you do it, Todd.
Shout out my nigga DJ.
6'9", so crazy.
Shout out my nigga DJ.
How you know that man
always
been 2,700,000 people to know that?
They don't know what I'm talking about. And he dropped something. Could have been
2,700,000.
Could have been an album. What is that number?
2.7 million or something. I don't fucking know. Let me know.
Nigga, numbers, motherfucker. That's what we got. Numbers.
I don't know.
2,700,000.
Yeah, 2,700,000.
I don't know.
That go the title right there. I don't know how you write it though. 2,700,000.
I think 2.7 million. I think we gonna find out. But don't know that. But a 2,700,000.
Yeah, that's 2.7.
Spell it out the Ebonic way. 2,700,000.
Oh, how was your week, bro?
Like 50 11?
50 11 times. Yeah.
So how was your week, man?
Man, same shit. Nothing special. How was your week, stuff?
That nigga got that bitch.
Fuck that week.
That's the quickest pass ever, goddamn.
I mean, that's how that shit getting now. But dope little week, man. It's cool. I ain't do much. It flew by, but I did say that I was gonna start venturing off a little bit more. Still doing it safely. Went and hollered at my partner Drew. Sat in the driveway. You know, we drunk. You know, was distant. We practiced all the rules you supposed to practice, and just chopped it up, man. Talk. I pulled up on DJ. I was about to pull up on Can't Get Right, but you know, I felt like I had met my quota for the week. I'm gonna see what happened in these 7 days. So I told him to pencil me in for next week.
Make sure I ain't got no cough.
Yeah, you know, I gotta make sure
connect the dots where you win.
You gotta let that shit settle in and see what happened from that. But all in all, man, dope little week, man. I was about to ask. I was about to ask somebody else how their week was.
Ain't no more.
Ain't nobody
so quick.
Ain't no more.
I will say, man. We dropped that clip, man, this week. From our conversation that we had last week, and we had some dope ass feedback. Shouts out to y'all for the feedback. Can't Get Right. They really, you know, you brought up an interesting point. We didn't really talk about it or get into it, but it was just like what you said about how, like, you know, you felt like you couldn't talk to Pops, so you ended up just listening to your dumbass friend. It's a lot to be said right there in that conversation about niggas and them dumbass friends goddamn leading you goddamn the wrong direction.
The blind leading the blind.
And it happens often. And
it happens often.
Is it one of those things that, like, even if you do talk to pops and your friends say this at that age, sometimes
that makes no sense because they dumb talking like you. So it,
so
I received the dumb. I received the dumb at this age.
Yeah, like your friends got way more power and influence than your parents, man.
Like, I mean, 9 times out of 10, the dumb way is the easier way. So you're like, fuck up, do all this work for.
And sometimes it's just that that shit you do to yourself, like, because we've all heard it. We all said it. Like, I listened to when I went back and listened to see what y'all actually said when y'all was talking to Warren. And y'all tell them, hey, man, this time gonna go by fast. Like, imagine how many times niggas told us this time gonna go by fast. Like, you be like, I'm a freshman. I got time.
Nigga,
shut up, man.
Nigga, college was 16 years ago. Shit.
Man, I get, like, when I was watching the high school kids, man, I get, like, this might be crazy, but I get goddamn jealous when I see them niggas put on their spat and their towels and shit.
I want to do that again.
Dress like that whole dog. I was like, man, I want to get dressed again and put my towel back. I'm gonna just start going to work like that.
I think I said that in college. I think I said that in a group message last week when we was dropping Warren off. Like, shit, I want to get dropped off at college.
Right. That first day, once they just leave, once your folks just leave and you just, shit.
Remember that shit.
But I don't know, man. If we picked up some new listeners from that, welcome. Just know that that's not how we talk all the time. That is how we talk. But we have fun too, man. We like to entertain and have fun with everything. So don't come in this motherfucker thinking you finna get a Martin Luther King and Malcolm X speeches from all four of us every goddamn time, because we also like to have fun and entertain.
And that's the fun.
That was a special occasion.
Right.
No, but it's the norm. But it's the
norm.
You know what?
That actually happens at least once or twice per podcast.
Yeah, that's the norm. It's just we post the crazy shit.
That's not the whole podcast. Goddamn, like don't cover this bitch thinking it. So
we posting the title, which
them
most
boys
times is
dropping
some
knowledge over there.
Yeah, boy, you coming that bitch.
Right.
Why
these hoes and shit?
Are you coming that bitch like shit? I got a real question, man. Don't y'all hate the chick that goddamn that you used to fuck with and then you stop fucking with her and then you try to talk to her friend and she throws salt on you?
And then that be the new listener's background. And then, of course, that's going to get them away from there.
Look, can't get right still sitting there, nigga. That's a real question. Y'all don't dislike that shit? I hate that shit. And your single days, nigga. Goddamn.
Of course. No doubt.
Yeah, the only thing worse than that when goddamn, like I said, you talk to it be they lying sister that they don't even like. I'm like, damn, I thought y'all didn't even talk to each other.
Y'all was beefing a week
ago.
It's
the principle.
What type of communication is this?
Then they show up together. Now y'all friends.
Now y'all friends.
Hey,
what y'all two dumb?
Y'all hated me a week ago, and now y'all
friends. That used to be the worst shit when you go get rid of the, like, go back and go holler at a chick and then you see that somebody else then like the picture and you be like, hold on, wait. And you got to draw the connection. And then all of a sudden you see them on pictures and shit together.
Now you're friends now. Call yourself, you know what I'm saying? I brought y'all together.
Now I gotta go lie and shit.
Hey man, I'm just glad we was when we was single, like really out there. It was the start of social media, very start. It wasn't that easy caught up.
As Facebook, you just needed a college. You needed a college email at that time.
Yeah, but you was only putting words up there for real. Wasn't no pictures.
And you had to be at a computer to do it.
But it still made its way back around.
Because my Palm Pilot, I don't know if my Palm Pilot was getting Facebook like that.
How many lies you told? I mean, man, I know, but we ain't cool.
Could you imagine being single right now? Goddamn, like, man, shit, I used to talk to Hooter. Shit, man, me and that nigga really ain't that cool, man. Right. I'm only doing this podcast because we got a contract. Then like, I don't really like that nigga like that.
23 weeks ago, y'all was saying the best time of my life together. Damn.
Man, you know how long 23 weeks is? Yeah. I mean, that's Stockholm, boy.
We just recorded. Man, that can't get right, goddamn. They won't let me fire him, so, you know.
That's your punk ass friend.
That's your punk ass friend.
Y'all nigga trash. What the fuck happened this week? What did I see? Flint. I don't know if y'all saw this or been keeping up with the Flint, Michigan, but they found a $600 million settlement was announced in Flint, Michigan due to the water crisis. I know y'all brain sometimes people forget shit, but if you don't remember, Flint had issues. Their water was looking like this.
Yeah, like cognac.
Real fucked up.
Woodfoot water.
Man, real fucked up. But they announced a settlement. I don't know how much that's going to break down per
that's what I want
resident, but I don't know. Go ahead.
That's what I want to know, because I hear that big $600 million number, but then you see sometimes, and you wonder how's that money distributed, how many people that money's going to. Right. Like we saw Alabama Power had settled some big ass shit, and it was like $10 on your bill for the next month.
Yeah.
So I really would love to know how that money is being distributed and how much does it go to each individual person.
Well,
what's
the population of Flint?
I don't know.
You should have looked up in your story.
I look it up. No, I mean that's the question. I'll look it up and find out.
Yeah, because
but was
let's do the basic math. 600 divided by the residents.
Was all of Flint affected by it?
Yeah.
Was it the whole city or just parts?
All I ever heard was just Flint.
I just think
as a whole.
Flint. Yeah, I ain't heard
95,000.
Just being Flint.
Let's say 96,000. So let's see. Calculate
that's
6.
But man, you don't know. Man, the lawyers
people now.
600 million divided by how many? I said 95K.
That's around 60,000, right?
6,000. 6.3. 6,300
dollars per person.
Per person. No, that's per person. So yeah.
No, that's not.
But it's not going to go per person.
Oh yeah, it's going to go household. Yeah, because
it's going to go household. So if we break that, divide that up even more, so let's say 3,000 households, and that's a little bit more.
Nah, still ain't.
But it's all some going to go to the city,
heaters.
some going to go to the taxes, some going to go to the building, some
probably half going to the lawyers. They probably going to chop up by 300 million, maybe.
Like, how did they not fix the water filtration system? Like,
they did try to fix it eventually. They tried to fix it, but they went the cheap route in trying to fix it, and so it just still was fucked up. And so now I look at, I was at home in New Orleans this weekend, fool, and they were saying the levee systems is fucked up. And
again?
Just in general, I don't know what I'm saying. In general, they just really need a whole new system down there. And they've been fixing, by my mom's house, there's this a little canal or whatever you want to call it. Right. And they've been fixing on that shit since forever, fool. And when you see what goes into that shit takes time and money, boy, to get fixed. Yeah. So it's just a lot. And that's just on a little canal compared to a whole watering system.
Right.
That nigga said the canal. That nigga mama say about the Mississippi River.
But no, it's not the river that's being fixed, though. It's like a little canal that's getting fixed.
But now they saying when they fixed it after Katrina, they knew, this ain't gonna last about 10 years. Huh?
Katrina was some years ago.
If you know that, it's over.
That shit ain't.
When that was 09?
No, that was before that. 04.
That should be like 04.
We was in college.
Yeah, you're right. 05.
05 or 6, something like that.
Yeah.
No secret. We know we've seen this our whole life, but I don't know if y'all saw the story, and I just wanted to get y'all thoughts and opinion on it. What's her name? Lori Loughlin or whatever. Yeah. She was sentenced to 2 months in prison for paying bribes to get her daughters into USC. We saw too before where this same system, criticized a woman who was an ex-felon and didn't realize she didn't have the right to vote, and she got 5 years for making a mistake. And here's somebody who paid monetary bribes to college officials, school officials, knowingly, and cheated to get their child in, and only gets 2 months.
It really isn't 2 months in their terms. In 2 months, she go 24 hours. She's been in here 24 hours. It's COVID. Let her out.
It's COVID. Let her out.
We saw my man. What's that nigga name?
Her husband got like 5 months.
Yeah, and we saw that Steve Bannon went to jail for the feds locked him up, bonded out same day on federal charges.
The feds,
federal charge you bond out.
This some of the shit. Is this not some of the stuff that we be speaking of when we be talking about the system between black and white laws, or things the way the law affects blacks versus whites?
This is exactly what we're talking about. And we're not the ones who should be talking about it, because we get it. We are the ones who see it, man. We need that other side to realize that that's what's happening, and that's what happens. And talk about it. Not only realize it, but talk about it. Speak out on it. And it's getting better, but this is exactly what we are talking about when shit like this happens, man. And it's crazy that we know it's going to happen. Like right now, we know that this lady's going to do 2-3 days in jail, maybe, and get the fuck out. And her husband maybe do a week.
And this should be so crazy. Like, we be already knowing, like you said, we already be knowing how that shit gonna go. We already know, I remember one time I seen, it was like a meme or something. It was just saying the worst thing that a black man could try to be as a criminal. Cause nigga, if you get caught, you're gonna get bammed harder than other people, goddammit. So you might as well don't even kind of walk down that road or that avenue. So I don't know, I just saw that shit and thought it was kind of crazy.
Well, and that's what kind of I would say my entire life kind of kept me away from doing shit because I always had in my head, shit, I do that, I'm going to jail. I ain't about to do nothing. I'm going to jail. But then even still, I'm like, for real, fool, like I'm not about to sell no drugs. I'm going to jail. But still ended up selling drugs for a little bit because, you know, that was them fresh out of college days. Niggas ain't know where they was going, what they was doing.
I was just talking on.
I was the worst 2-week weed man ever. I ain't even gonna lie to you. 2-week weed nigga told me this on Reggie. I'm like, shit, how you know? For real? How you know this Reggie?
Who the that bitch like Ace? Shit, $20. All this?
For all this?
Yeah, nigga, that nigga $200 worth of crack out there.
Now you see, I got to see that niggas was the joke nigga. Nigga, you gotta weigh $10 worth of weed. Yeah, nigga, I don't know how much this is.
Man, it's crazy. It's crazy that y'all say that. Because you talking about drugs and shit. Shout out to my dog Cheeto. He told me to tell y'all what's up. He called me late. Man, he called me late last night, man. It's the best thing, and not to laugh at what they had to go through, but it's the best thing talking to a nigga that just got out and all the experiences they catching up on. Yeah. Can't say the rest of the shit on here, but we'll talk off of it. But the shit's so funny, man, just listening to the nigga stories. But he was talking about his charges. You know, we was talking about, you know, weed and stuff. He was like, man, when in January I get all papers, man, I'm coming down to the podcast. I got to tell y'all how this shit happened.
Come on.
And that shit was soup, man. That nigga entertained the fuck out of me for them little minutes. So, it just come on,
Cheeto. I got some questions for your ass. I'm gonna find something to ask.
But it was just crazy because we did say that, like, you know, how you said you was, you know, weed man for 2 weeks. You know, we was talking about how shit, I know so many of us who could have easily been in jail for some stupid shit. Mm-hmm. Easily.
Yeah.
That shit was crazy. I was fresh out of college, no more scholarship check, working at Target, couldn't afford to pay my rent. Nigga just had to do something. You know, like most times niggas ain't just getting no jobs fresh out of college. That's another myth. Niggas ain't just getting no job fresh out of college.
Hey, but that fresh out of college is some shit.
It is. It's like you all on your own at that point. You're not a kid. You're not 18 anymore.
Man,
so
I feel like
that shit tough. Boy.
You mean I can't go to the cafeteria?
Man, that fresh out of college, like, and it just happened. It's like,
right.
And then fresh out of college with a baby. Shit.
Boy, that shit hit you hard. Nigga fresh out of college with a baby working at Target. Mm-hmm. No, not we was part-time Target. Like
Target was like you get 3-4 days a week.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, my nigga, but I knew some niggas that were hustling out of them stores too, though. Like,
you got to. You gotta
find something.
Niggas were hustling out of them stores.
You gotta find something.
That 750 wasn't going far.
Right. Yeah, I'm telling you, hustling out of
$300 every.
They used to let. I remember on Thursdays they used to let us then pay for our lunch. Nigga, man, who'd be in that bitch? Get a loaf of bread, some sandwich meat, taking that shit home.
And nigga, we gonna eat while we unloading the truck. While we put shit on the shelf, nigga, I ain't got that much money to eat for lunch. I'm gonna eat a whole lot of shit while I'm here today.
Yeah, all the cookies,
all the hell.
Well, shit like them coolers too. Like nigga just try shit. Nigga just be seeing shit. I'm like, shit, I'm gonna try that when I get home.
There's a whole lot of shit.
Let me put this in my little knapsack.
Nigga used to be mad too. They got me in this cold ass freeze. I'm gonna show y'all. I'm just gonna eat some shit in here.
Man.
Ice cream.
Then I fucked around and that was my permanent job. I became the freezer stocker. Man, that shit you be in that bitch freezing, goddamn.
Cold as fuck.
It was better than that hot ass truck, but that truck was a motherfucker.
Nigga used to get that late on purpose, just not do that truck.
We did loss prevention. That wasn't you. That was loss prevention for Baron,
the police. Baron,
that ain't who he thinking about. 6ix9ine so crazy.
He's telling on everybody.
6ix9ine gonna goddamn put cases on everybody.
That case number 2, cases.
Did y'all see that?
Did we finish that? What the fuck we was talking about? Did we finish that?
I don't know. It just happens like that around here sometimes. I think you and Todd ain't supposed to have CTE with us.
Yeah, y'all supposed to be normal. Keep us on track.
Shit, goddamn. Did y'all see that the Secret Service purchased the app that can? It's a location data app where they goddamn know everybody location and data.
They finally admitted. I saw they
finally came out and admitted that, like, you know, the shit that we've been talking about.
Yeah,
they know your location. Hey, I know you listening, you know, shit like that. But now it's official. The motherfuckers know your location. They know your move. They can find you at any point.
And they're gonna finally come back later and admit, yeah, we was looking in your camera. We knew where you were. We was looking at you sell that weed. So
good, because for a nigga like me, they not worried about me. Like when the nigga used to want, when the weed man used to want to talk in code. My nigga, you got $12 a weed. The feds is not tapping.
Well, question: what
the feds is on it, Joe?
But we just talked about this last conversation. Like we know a lot of niggas who we don't know, but you know that there's a lot of niggas who probably went to jail for just that little bit amount of weed at that time, and then went to jail. So maybe they tapping you. Gonna be that nigga who went to jail.
A cop your ass smoking in the car.
But what if
they took you to jail?
They
didn't phone tap you.
They ain't always it though.
Yeah, but never know. You know, the only thing that I worry about with it, like it's easy to say like, yeah, like man, fuck that shit. I know I'm not a criminal. I'm not doing anything. But it's like we know, like from government stuff that
we have you here smoking
that shit. Yesterday. That shit gonna evolve to something else. They gonna use that shit like weaponize. They gonna weaponize it to start figuring out how to goddamn harm you in a negative way or something, or manipulate you in some kind of way.
They're gonna use it.
Not worry about.
They're gonna use it there a little once. They're gonna have 10 instances, and that's probably the only 10 times you smoke weed. Well, we have you buying weed here, buying weed here, buying weed here. That's 10 charges of buying weed. $10 worth of weed that you bought, and you're in trouble because you're
But not even that. Just like a system, like it could turn into like a system of control, like. To control, like you before you know, like think about it. We talking about some shit right now, man. I'm finna drink this Wolfer that. As soon as we hang up, we're gonna go on Facebook. Wolfer ads gonna pop up and shit. So like they start using that shit to like manipulate.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And then it's gonna be like, hey, I'm about to go buy some weed. Buy some weed. You gonna fuck around, start seeing weed pop up on your Facebook ad.
this nigga don't want to get off drugs, do it. He just gonna. He don't want to talk about normal shit.
I don't know who the tongue got going on.
I don't know if we're just leading that way because we talking about
6ix9ine telling, and this nigga goddamn trying to goddamn tell you how to do all the crime, goddamn.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm just telling you how the crime gonna happen
when you get in
trouble. Y'all gonna get in trouble for it. Don't do it.
Batman,
stay away from it.
Don't
do it. Don't do what I did.
Be better than be here.
Right.
Big business. I don't know if y'all saw this. We all got Apple products. Every last one of us. Shit, I'm talking on in the MacBook right now. But Apple is now the most valuable company in the world, worth $2 trillion.
The best business in the world ever.
You said
over Amazon. Apple already
been that cake, boy.
Apple been the fucking
Apple thinking about buying Amazon, boy.
Yeah,
or making their own.
Yeah,
Apple's on.
Yeah. Look at these low cost Apple products.
See what you did there, B. I see what you did.
Yeah, man. But Apple been had Apple has I remember
too much money. They got too much cash.
Yeah, they got they had like $180 billion that they didn't really know what to do with. They can't put it anywhere. They can't invest it in nothing. It's just sitting there. Like
Ballmer. Think about it like this. Ballmer bought the Clippers cash.
Like cash. I don't need nobody.
And they bought the Clippers for cash.
Yeah. Pull up the Brinks truck.
Yeah,
but man,
Apple money a little different.
Man, Apple just that. Like, hey, Stock made a song about it. Apple, that girl you just can't stop messing with.
Mm-hmm.
You like, fuck it. I'm not going back.
Question.
And then they be like, look, here you go.
Who got more money? Apple, Apple or Bezos?
Apple.
How much they said?
$2 trillion, nigga.
Okay.
Yeah. Bezos, no, come
Bezos
on,
some billions. Okay.
Bezos individually is
that's what I was thinking.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah. But company wise, nigga, Apple, nigga, $2 trillion. Man, they richer than fucking. They probably be richer than
Earth.
99% of the country.
It's richer than Earth, guys.
Shit,
richer than Earth.
Say Earth. They might buy Jupiter. Buy Jupiter, guys.
That nigga said. But $2 trillion. I don't know if y'all saw that. I also saw Target posted. We was just talking about fucking Target, but Target posted.
Quarter.
Yeah, they posted the best quarter. I forgot. I think it was like 100 and. It was something. What the fuck the number was?
I don't remember the number. It was a weird lot.
Some billions.
Number. Big
3 months.
Their biggest big number. Shit.
Big number. But so shouts out to Target. We see, a lot of businesses, shutting down and struggling during the pandemic. But of course, Target's still doing it, which it makes sense. Their online sales was up like 123%, which of course makes sense. Shit, a lot of us at home, we got to buy shit still. So why not buy it online?
You say,
and then they got a lot of diversified products in there too, like that honey pot shit. That should stay out of there. That shade stuff they been had that, of course, but that all that should be flying off the shelf when it comes to us. You know what I'm saying, as far as consumers. But that honey pot shit, you can't find that nowhere. Whatever it is, and that's a feminine product. So
I mean, that's dope.
I need to go in there and
and
give me some vinyls.
They do got a nice.
That's why I get all my vinyls like in person.
Dope in there too,
if it ain't a little old timey record shop, I go to Target for the vinyl.
I don't even know if they be in Walmart. What's in CVS? What Dez talking about?
You know, Dez be selling shit. So.
Yeah, look. Hey, now Dez like the government. He listening and he gonna manipulate you to go buy the shit from where he say.
He just gonna put that.
100 pounds. 100 pounds. Got you. Okay.
Oh look, Dez be knowing now. I get that nigga that. He be knowing that shit. You like, don't nobody else gonna know. Dez gonna know that shit.
Right. So if y'all looking for 100 pot, go to CVS. Let us know if it's not in there so we can fuck with Dez about it.
Dez told y'all that. Man, I saw some fuck shit this week, man. I don't really keep up with this, or I don't know about this shit, but it was just a story that fucked me up. But did y'all see the Sweetie Pie's owner who was arrested over the murder for hire of his own nephew?
That shit crazy.
Family beefing over money.
Say alleged because
it's
alleged. I don't know it to be true yet, but it looks really overwhelming that it is true. And just to see that nigga, man, like hugging on his aunt and grandmama and them, like who's sad about, the death, and he was like, it gotta be some, the grandmama saying like it gotta be somebody that knew him, and and the nephew standing there the whole time. I mean, the uncle standing there the whole time. Set his nephew up. They allegedly say that he did it for a $450,000 life insurance policy that was on his nephew. I don't know if y'all saw this, but I just want to touch on it, talk about it.
That's that shit we was talking about last week. That nigga's Bishop.
Yeah,
he's fucking Bishop. Nigga killed the family member, friend, cousin, homeboy, somebody you chilled and chatted with, and then when they're hugging people while they're grieving.
That's crazy.
Nigga's Bishop.
That nigga that grimy fool.
Yeah, you got to be extra cold blooded to take that approach. Like you killed you put money on your nephew's head. Huh? Like you playing
what? Like I mean, I playing it, but like how
that's
you
what
sleep,
a life was.
How you sleep that night?
Right, yeah. And I think it might have been something else. But I ultimately think it's no reason at all why you should do that. But I do want to know what's the reason you actually did that. Was y'all beefing? Was you mad? I don't know. Something.
Well, of course, we don't. I've never watched the show. I don't know about y'all, but
I never watched.
I heard the story. I've talked to a couple.
The girl being here watching that shit,
and they like the lady who the owner of the Sweetie Pies or whatever. She loved that particular dude or whatever that was killed. And everything that she was gonna leave was going to him, so he was kind of like positioning himself to do that shit. So,
but but it's still crazy that envy and jealousy is so crazy because nigga, if I'm still living good off this Sweetie Pies and I'm got cake,
but if you ain't about to be mad, you ain't right. But I get,
you know. What I'm saying? He an old scar ass nigga.
Yeah, nigga, you still the prince of the whole.
Yeah, like you got the whole kingdom. Nigga. It's just one person above you.
Crazy.
Your brother, motherfucker. Like,
yeah.
But you know what? That's a real thing though. Like
I see
this is a real. Of course, this is a real story. But like, why is that like that? Like, why is it that it's so hard for people to champion people or big up people that's doing good? Why y'all think that shit so hard?
For me, that's gonna always be a hard question to answer because I'll never be like that. In my mind, I don't think so.
Why you think that's like that?
Status and it gotta be.
I think it's ego. It go back to I was watching that DMX Chronicle of Rough Riders, and when Jay-Z got the position, the president at Def Jam, DMX was like, I ain't finna listen to that nigga. We equals. Like I'm better than him. Right. First of all, no, you're not at that time. And if that's your nigga, then it should be all love. Like one of us made it, but you'll listen to this white man easily.
And that's why for me, it's hard to ever know why.
It's ego. We don't like to see, ourselves, somebody. Yeah. That's why they say the worst place a nigga, successful nigga can be is at home.
Do y'all think that sometimes it got something to do with like, it's not like it's the one dog food bowl for 4 dogs. Like you put one bowl, you got 6 fucking hungry pit bulls in there, and you put one bowl of food in that bitch. Is that part of it? Like we fighting over so much, so then when somebody finally do make it, it's easier to just be like envious and jealous of that person versus just being like, damn, one day I'ma shine.
For me, it's still hard because I don't see it as, yes, these 4 pit bulls are hungry. But if the bowl is this big, y'all not about to eat all that food.
Yeah.
Right. I get it.
So you gonna be full over there laid out.
And then if the big dog make sure that everybody eating, then why it matter?
Yeah, because think about it. If the big dog keep eating all the food and the motherfucker starve to death, then he gonna be sad and lonely.
Right.
Like you need that shit. Like
yeah.
I was talking about music. We was talking about different cities and music and how Atlanta keep pulling together. You know, and people always want to know the sauce of Atlanta. You know, like how Atlanta get to keep running and controlling music. But I think it's because, of course, they got their beefs and they got their in-house shit that they do. But I feel like overwhelmingly they learn that the more we stick together, the more successful it is. Right. The more we pull together. Yeah, because like...
And they learned it early.
Especially when we in the same city. It's other cities we see. I'm not going to point no fingers at certain cities. It's a lot of the cities that the rappers want to beef. Like, nigga, you from right around the corner. You from the other street over. We going to shoot.
Nigga, I went to high school with you.
Yeah, we going to shoot and kill each other to death and then nobody gets any money. Like, how silly is that?
I just think at this point, they all playing catch up. No matter what, they're all playing catch up because, like you said, Atlanta started doing that shit early. So if they started doing that early and been doing it and always been just coming together and rapping together and putting their music and their minds together, whereas New York was beefing, Cali was beefing, the South was beefing, not beefing, but separated. Whereas all of Atlanta was together, you're going to always be playing catch up at this point. So Atlanta, if that's the case and you're always trying to play catch up, Atlanta's going to always be in the forefront.
But I'm with you. I never really understood the notion of being jealous of somebody that you connected to or not connected.
Your family.
You're rich as well. That's the even crazier part. He has $1 million. I have 750,000. We can always still hang out together.
Right.
But
we can go to the same vacation spots.
Exactly. Nigga, and I might even ask you to pay for my ticket. Fuck that. You
you got it.
Right. The crazy thing about it too is in those situations, it's usually always somebody who is close to you.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's crazy to think that like I'm over here like, you know what I'm saying? I done made it. I done worked hard. I'm thinking you in my corner and you kind of mad because I did all this work and I'm doing all this shit. I'm looking out for you and shit, but you feel like you supposed to have what I got.
That's an even harder part for me because I just feel like that kid knows that shit. I thought it was cool. Like he's dead, of course. So I look at it like he's watching down. Like, damn, I thought it was cool. It was fine. We was just chit chatting yesterday. We had a big old laugh, and this nigga killed me.
Right.
This nigga killed me.
You're cold enough to go to the funeral and you like hurt yourself. Like how do you act? You know what I'm saying? Like you. Have nothing to do.
That's some real psychopath shit.
Like that,
yeah, but
really
man, money ain't that important now. But damn, like if you give me $450,000 right now, cool, bet.
Mm-hmm. I ain't killing nobody.
How come?
That shit's so crazy.
But
like,
not to do that shit, man.
No. That's the saying that can't get rid. That's the weird part about it. Some niggas look at what they're not getting the deal rather than what they are getting. I look at it like, nigga, you going to inherit enough to
you about to be somebody's girlfriend.
Yeah, because he built like an auntie. And, you going to be in there.
They going to put you on a wig and call you delicious.
Right. They're going to big exposure. So that's what my homeboy Cheeto was telling me. He said, when you go in there, you're going to learn who you are and what you are. It's going to show you exactly what you are. If you a tough nigga, if you a soft nigga, whatever it's going to be, it's going to show you when you get in those walls, what's up. You're going to have to fake come to reality with it.
I don't want to faking it. So I'm going to stay out.
That's why I stopped selling weed after a week.
Why I don't want to go in there. Don't force me to be nothing. I want to be whatever I want. I want to be soft sometimes. I don't want to go in an environment where I got to be hard all the time.
Oh, you got to wake up, go to sleep. You got to be hard all day.
I can't be depressed in here for a second, man. Leave me alone.
And them niggas don't have just regular shanks no more. They got swords in that hole.
Nigga had big chainsaw with tape wrapped around that bitch. I was like,
telling you.
Like, nigga, I want to take a nap midday. That's in your jail. Can't even take a nap.
I've been offended a nigga, and now he got down. Now I can't sleep. He gonna kill me.
Oh yeah.
I'm telling you. Y'all saw Stacey Dash.
That's somebody I never ever want to see.
I just don't want to hear it.
How you get ugly when you turn Republican? Like she used to be so beautiful.
She's still beautiful to me. What the fuck you talking about? I don't know, but all I want to say is her husband said that he was hypnotized into marrying her. He has to.
Good. He white.
He was hypnotized.
He white.
Right?
Ain't he white?
Hold up.
I think he's white.
I think so.
Good. Put some of the ass in the sun.
I just thought it was true that my boy said he was hypnotized. Boy, Let me write that shit down.
Asthmatized.
I don't understand it.
It was the green eyes.
Walkmatized.
It was the green eyes. A black girl with green eyes.
Why you want a divorce? I mean, shit, she hypnotized me, boss. I don't even remember what happened that day.
Play a trick on me.
We was at a comedy show.
Y'all niggas crazy. I thought that was crazy.
You can use that hypnotize shit. Man, she hypnotized. I don't even know how I got over her house.
I want to see how it goes. I want to see if he succeeds with it.
Maybe. Shit.
Hopefully not.
Funniest movie. What's the funniest movie? You got to pick one, nigga. Don't tell me all of them. You got Harlem Nights. You got Life. Bad Boys Are Coming to America.
Bad Boys shouldn't be in there.
It's in there. So pick.
I got Harlem Nights.
Harlem Nights.
I got Harlem Nights.
Harlem Nights.
Life Coming to America. Bad Boy.
For me, it's Harlem Nights or Life. I'm going Claude and Ray. Claude and Ray.
They were Ray funny.
Man, this is a tough one, but I might have to. Yeah, I'm going Life. Oh, hey, I'm going.
Ray.
Man, that shit so hard.
Nah, man, because when that nigga was shooting that gun, don't shoot that guy.
Don't shoot that little motherfucker.
Yeah, Harlem Nights.
Red Fox and that bitch in Harlem Nights with she was like, Benny, why you put the juice in there when it's just a swallow? He like, well, swallow.
Shut the fuck up and swallow it.
He done shot her foot off. He done made the stallion though. He done shot her foot off. Goddamn, she's still ready to fight.
Look at you making jokes out of babies.
Yeah,
I gotta stop.
Those are the words.
You know what I'm saying? Those are the words of Hootie. Okay? Those are the words of Hootie.
Hey, man, you gotta make jokes.
He already in trouble from the beginning of the pod anyway. So now they gonna just add to his headline.
That one fabricated.
You really hate black women now.
That's fabricated though. No, they both black.
I'm gonna probably pick Coming to America, my favorite, but I'm gonna probably pick Harlem Nights, goddamn.
That shit hard.
Claude and Ray.
It's too many of them
That
funny
shit
motherfuckers
hard.
in that bitch.
I'm the pappy.
Yeah. It's an all-star.
Yeah, Bernie Mac in that bitch going crazy. I'm
saying, why they can't make movies like this no more, man? Why you can't get all the so-called funny niggas in one movie and let's go?
Because the funny niggas nowadays,
like we were just talking about it.
And the funny niggas nowadays is DC Young Fly.
They're not talented. They just internet funny, and them niggas was talented. Think about what Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall did. Them niggas was all the niggas in the barbershop. They damn near made a movie by themselves.
Even Martin played so many characters in his show, and
this is true.
Eddie Murphy and Nutty Professor. The nigga was all the fat people.
This is true.
You can't do that no more.
I'm trying to think, but who is new age?
Go to third headline.
Good, get his ass too. Get it off me. Who is new age funny though? Who new age funny?
Dave Chappelle.
Man, them niggas be funny for what they do.
Dave is old, man. Dave
Chappelle. That nigga is the standard of funny right now.
What I'm saying, like new age, like the young people.
Like who
the young people that you want to go see that can make a movie like that anymore?
I don't know, because when you see the internet, like can't get right.
Carmichael.
Like when you see the internet niggas, you know, they never their stand up never be that funny at all.
And do you think I like Carmichael and I think he's funny, but do you think he would have the range like those guys have?
Man, them are legends you're talking about. I don't think so, but I think he can make a good movie, a good to great movie. I do think that.
Who to say then? Who are, like, okay, they're legends, and they had to be legends at some point. It was plenty of them in that movie, but who are legends right now? Young, up and who got legend potential right now?
I don't think nobody.
In my
does.
opinion, but I just think he's funny. Carlos Miller, I like him. Carlos,
he extra funny, but
he
funny as fuck. But I don't think he can be a like movie
Carlos
star.
Miller is a true comedian out of all them niggas.
I will give him that. He definitely a true comedian because he showed up on the internet, but I want to see him in a movie. They ain't never he ain't got that.
Y'all seen that Boogie Cousins Coming to Slam?
I ain't seen it yet.
Yeah, I think it's him, Duval. Like it's a host of them niggas in that bit. That bit, you know what I'm saying?
Duval could, he just don't want to.
I wouldn't
count him
as news code. I wouldn't count him as like this new era.
But yeah, he not new age.
Duval been on Comic View, nigga.
Yeah, that's true. The internet just starting to get hip to him, but that nigga old too. But the talent is going in a different way. It ain't so much comedy; it's more drama. So
do we never see that again?
Issa Rae and Lena Waithe and you know them type of people like that. They just not focusing in on comedy. It's more like, all right, let's talk about real shit. And
Are they killing? Are they killing comedy?
Yeah,
because you can't
You can't have comedy no more.
I was having this conversation with somebody, right? And I was reading. It came from a tweet or a post from the rapper Chica. She said, at some point we're gonna have a real conversation about black men who dress up as plus size women
right.
for comedy. Basically, like you're laughing at our issue or laughing at our problem. I don't know if y'all saw that.
Well, I didn't see that, but I took that as a different way because Courtney had sent me one of them little clips and like, your wife be like, it was this man that had a wig on. I mean, men need to start dressing up like women for comedy reasons. Like if you want to be gay, just be gay. There's nothing wrong with it, but don't disguise.
Do you think that that's what they're doing?
What if
I don't think everybody's doing that.
We just talked about Nutty Professor. Eddie Murphy was everybody. He was fat men,
he was the mama,
fat mamas, fat daddies. He was fat everybody. So I'm not just going to limit it to say that they do that to dress up like big black women because they do it as men as well. And like sometimes you just want, like even Martin, Sinead wasn't big. Jamie Foxx, Wanda wasn't big. So it just was them boys are
they said it was a thing though, like they always made black men do that.
I don't know if they made them.
I don't know if they I'm not gonna dispute that maybe some people were made or pushed to try to do that. But I also think some people just did it. Like
shows range.
I remember I don't know much about it, detail I'm not taking up for, but I'm to the point of what we're talking about. Tyler Perry said some of those characters that he did came from the characters that he saw.
Yeah.
Like this lady was in my mom's kitchen having a woman talk with my mom, and I'm imitating that.
Right.
So like some of that shit I don't think was done to like laugh at plus size women or laugh. It was saying like, this was my life. I'm talking about my aunt. This is what my aunt looked like. This is what, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to downgrade them. I'm just simply telling what the reality is. But at the same time, we can't tell somebody how to feel or how it offends them.
And it happens, and it's not just that black men are doing this, man. There's Miss Doubtfire. There was also Jim Carrey in Living Color when he was acting like the girl with the ponytail. So it's just, I look at it as there's some range.
And that's why that's to my point.
That's kind of going to the point. Yeah,
that's to my point. Is comedy dying, right?
Yeah.
And see, I think that's my whole point.
I think comedy is dying because you can't make fun of anybody anymore.
That's my whole entire point.
It's all offensive now.
Because I told people, you know how many times I saw Dumb Jock? I played football. I didn't. That shit was funny.
If it's funny, it's funny.
Yeah. Or how many times you seen somebody imitating a young black dude? Like if that shit was funny, it was funny. Like you got to be able to separate the two and be entertained. But like now it's like everything's so hostile. Jordan. Prime example, man. Jordan at school now, they can't have advanced classes. They can't call them advanced classes anymore. They can't be
what they call it?
Nothing. You just
I guess they don't have LD classes no more neither.
In the system that they're in, you have to be like the only thing that's technically still advanced is math because it's a different class. Like in her advanced class now, they like in trigonometry or some shit like that. That's the class. So but if you're advanced in English or advanced in science or something, the teacher just catches it, recognizes it, and just gives you different kind of work. But they're not gonna put you in a quote unquote advanced class.
Does my grade count better since I'm doing harder shit?
It's inclusion.
Nah, they're just trying to make sure like it's the
inclusion.
All kids get a trophy.
I don't like
you're
that.
You're not bad. Like it's a
middle
setup.
school. I can get that because middle school really doesn't count for as much. But what about in high school? What about IB classes?
I disagree.
They gonna take them away?
I disagree. I just got my daughter. Her birthday was yesterday. Shout out to Candace. Birthday was yesterday.
Shout out Candace.
No. But I just got a transcript. I'm more happy about her transcript than her birthday. I'm sorry. That's just me. And she has a 4.5. And the reason she has a 4.5 is because she took advanced classes, and those count more.
They way more.
Especially towards fucking college and shit. So that matters.
It does. It definitely matters. And I just think that like, if you saying you understand in the middle school, that means then you can't do it until high school. So if all your whole school career you've been told this one thing, and then all of a sudden in high school they're gonna judge, it's gonna really make it hard. I just feel like to me it's a setup. We setting kids up because that's not the way the world treats you.
Right.
Like, the world's not gonna handle you like that.
Right.
The world's not gonna make you like, oh, let me.
You're good. You get the better job.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
This is
that's
true.
not. It's not
the
the
same
same.
job.
I mean, we had different classes even in elementary. We just called it PACE. They weren't called advanced. I think we called it PACE. That's where the smart kids went.
Nigga, at my they had diplomas that said diploma with honors, advanced, some and
Advanced,
regular.
right.
Nigga,
Yeah.
you a regular nigga, and I got a regular diploma, and I was just fine with that bitch. But
Right, and you realize it too. Even in college, you still look at it and see it like these niggas with all of these tassels. Goddamn, I only got a
Yeah,
sports
yeah.
tassel.
Yeah.
but you know what? Some people took some graduation people took that shit off. They won't even do
They
that in
don't
some
want to.
places. Not all. Some places got rid of that shit. Because you're
No, man. Some people are better at other people. You know, they better at you than stuff. That's cool.
Go ahead. I wish they would have did that when I was still playing football. Just put me in the NFL, my nigga. Like, let me be out there because I'm just as good.
Including me.
Like,
Right.
yeah, like it's Jesus Christ. We I don't know, but I just thought about that. We were talking about comedy. Is it dying? All of that shit. I felt
And
like
there you go, new listeners. We go from comedy to some serious shit. That's just how it happens.
Yeah, it just
versus.
happens that way.
I got a versus battle for y'all. This is a little different of a versus battle. I got Denzel Washington versus Samuel L. Jackson. Motherfucker.
Denzel always wins for me.
Denzel. That ain't even. Yeah. Denzel.
Hey, but when you
always
look at some of the shit that Samuel L. Jackson got, it was good.
Tell me.
Oh no, he's a great
Coach
actor.
Carter.
He is. Good job. Him screaming.
A Time to Kill.
He screamed.
A Time to Kill.
Great movie.
Pulp
Great
Fiction.
actor.
Were you in Pulp Fiction?
He was in Pulp Fiction.
Pulp Fiction.
He was in that screaming.
Black Snake Moan.
The Django.
He was
Never
definitely in
watched
that screaming.
Django.
Django some shit.
Django I could watch over and over.
I do watch that over and over too, but
what
that's
they
some
had
Die
Django
Hard.
matched up. Okay, let me put it like this.
He was great in Die Hard. That's the best Die Hard to me, the one he was in. I could watch
Pulp
that
Fiction?
over and over. We already said that.
Oh, we did.
Yeah.
SWAT 187.
SWAT was good.
That was
SWAT
good.
was on the other day. 187 was tricky.
Shaft.
It was good. Shaft.
Shaft.
Never
Jackie
watched
Brown, Soul Man, The Samaritan.
You watch Shaft?
Oh man, boy.
What you never
No
watched?
Shaft.
Can't get right.
it. Something he just said.
Did you watch Shaft?
Yeah, but not the second one, I don't think. I don't know if he was in the
What I
second
said,
one.
Jackie Brown.
Oh, yeah.
I ain't never watched Jacob Brown.
I never watched
neither.
Jackie Brown.
But I say that okay because we liked them in Django, but the way they matched it up on the other side was Glory versus Django.
I'm taking Django.
I never watched Glory. But Django's a motherfucker for me.
Hold on, wait.
Django's a-
Time out.
I was about to say.
Time out.
I never watched Glory.
You never seen Glory?
Mm-mm.
You never seen Glory either, Todd?
Not once.
No.
Not once.
Hey man, let me tell y'all something. Before we get to the podcast next Sunday, I need y'all got homework. You got to go watch Glory.
I ain't never watched Roots.
You got to.
I
go
watched
watch
Roots.
Glory.
I had to watch that in history class.
I watched Roots a lot.
I had it for a history class. I ain't had no
I
choice.
watched Roots on my own one time.
Man,
I bought the
I don't-
DVD.
I don't like. It's hard for me to watch shit like Roots.
And The
because-
Color Purple. I ain't watched that either.
I never watched Color Purple
Man,
fully.
take your headphones off and just
I never fully watched Color Purple either.
Just
I
continue
never
on with
watched
your
it.
day.
What's going on over here, man?
Like I never really watched those type of movies until
Me neither. Like I never wanted to watch
like
that.
history. Cause
Yeah,
like,
with the press.
I took
Okay, but
Can y'all go watch?
but hang
Y'all
on. Do
do
you
that for
think
me.
you watched Color Purple in the whole, even though you watched it in pieces?
I never watched it. No, I'm pretty sure I haven't. No.
Can y'all go watch Glory?
And Color Purple.
I
Well,
watched Glory.
I figure if I
can
give
make
them
it my
2 minutes, they're not
business.
going.
I watched Glory because I'm that much of a Denzel fan. Color Purple, I seen bits and pieces of it, and none of it was just catching to me for real.
I 5 stick it this week. Shit. And I
watch Glory.
at the computer. I can turn.
All right,
it
man.
on.
I'm gonna ask y'all. I'm gonna put that shit in my.
It's gonna be hard though. I ain't even gonna lie to you, fool. Like I just watched last week's The Shy last night.
No, fuck this
And
shit,
it's the
man.
reason-
We talking about some classic
I'm
shit.
just saying, and I got time. I got time for that. The NBA playoffs on all day, and that's all I've been watching. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh,
That was
man.
the facts too. But I will make time for that shit.
I'ma
You know
watch
what
it.
I'm saying? I'm gonna watch them 2 movies.
It's a good Sunday night. Like when the NBA go off.
By then, nigga, the
Glory
pod
on.
will be over.
Huh? No, tonight,
Tonight.
nigga.
No, the NBA on 4 games today.
I'm gonna watch
Yeah.
one of them.
After the last game go off, go watch it.
Which one do you recommend me watch first?
I'm gonna
I
watch
say
Glory
Glory.
first.
Me
I say
personally.
It's Denzel. I
It
gotta
really
go
don't
Glory.
matter.
If you're going that
The
compared
only
to
reason I'm saying Glory because I know who I'm talking to.
what was Glory compared to?
They'll be able to take Glory a little bit better than they'll take. Color.
Yeah, I mean,
Hey,
I'm not watching Color Purple right now.
Stop.
I mean,
What you
just to be
compare Glory
watching.
to? Glory compared to what on that
It's
list?
just like a
No. I'm saying on that list, you was like they came back with Glory.
Oh, Glory was next to Django.
Then I gotta watch it because Django's amazing.
Yeah, but see, to me,
It's two different movies.
To me, I was
I
just
know,
about to
but
say
if that's what you're gonna
like,
compare it to. That's what you're gonna put it up against.
Yeah, but
like,
it's like comparing Future to fucking J. Cole, Future to Wale or something like they're two different people. So that song gonna be live.
Future to Kendrick. Yeah, one is a comedy, one is a serious drama.
Yeah,
but they're both great.
But they both fucking great.
That's why. So if you're gonna compare it to that, I'll go watch it.
But I don't know. Like Glory, one of the ones I get mad when people be, I can't. I don't want
like A Time to Kill.
Yeah, like
what was that? I can't think of it. What was the movie with my man?
Yeah.
What was the movie with my man who choked up Jody? It was like an old
Baby Boy.
Slave type. No, but it was an old slave type movie. He was in Mississippi somewhere riding a horse, and he was a motherfucker.
Ving Rhames, but I don't know.
Yeah, Ving Rhames. But the movie I'm talking, let me see.
Mississippi Burning. That's one of them other motherfucker movies.
Yeah, that's a dope.
The movie that Whoopi Goldberg was in about Edgar. Damn, what's the guy that got shot in Mississippi? Medgar Evers, yeah.
But I ain't gonna lie, man. Fucking Denzel side loaded. Training Day, Man on Fire.
Rosewood.
Yeah, Rosewood.
I said that 8 minutes ago.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. I was looking. My bad.
But Training Day, Man on Fire, John Q, Inside Man, Remember the Titans, Malcolm X.
And you putting them up again? Nah, that's not
Bone
fair,
Collector. He Got Game. Crimson Tide, The Book of Eli, Equalizer,
1 and 2,
Flight, Equalizer 2, The Preacher's Wife, Philadelphia, The Pelican Brief, and Glory.
Denzel is different.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Training Day alone, goddamn. Denzel a different motherfucker.
Yeah,
Equalizer,
man. I've seen
that man went from Training Day to Equalizer. Goddamn, from the good guy to the bad guy, from the nice guy to the mean guy, from the one he was flying the plane drunk as fuck and landing that bitch upside down. Hey man, Denzel.
You'll like Glory. Equalizer because ain't Tom Cruise in Glory too?
I don't remember, but I remember Denzel. But I remember Denzel saying like off camera, like the scenes were so crazy, like he really ain't talk to the white people.
I bet it's one of them kind of movies. Who you gonna be in that bitch ready to fight after you get through?
I watch Roots.
Okay, have you ever seen 12 Years a Slave?
Yeah.
It was you get mad the same way. That's 12 Years Later as you do.
In a sense, yeah. Like basically,
in a sense, but not. But what's
Glory like
Glory's
an army
better.
movie. Glory is a Confederate army movie. You're gonna see the Union versus the Confederates,
gotcha.
And then it's a true story because it's based on a black regiment. That was an all black regiment, and y'all know how that go during the Civil Rights time. You
like
can't
the
fight.
Red Tails and shit.
You can't fight. You ain't supposed to be here. Y'all not equal, but they absolutely needed them people to be there. And you'll see. I don't want to give up too much from that.
Right.
Dope movie, man. If y'all get a chance, man, definitely test it out.
I'm watching it today.
Glory. Yeah,
Glory,
text me after you get through. Where we at? Music.
Hey man, we were there, man. We might as well stay with it with the whole Megan and Tori shit, man. We were there.
Oh, well, go ahead.
Y'all. Okay, of course, we all have seen Meg Thee Stallion finally breaks her silence with the whole, who shot her and what happened, in the back of that SUV with her and Tory Lanez. She said she had enough of him putting out the rumors to the blogs that he didn't shoot her. We all know her. She did not snitch when she could have initially. But do you think that in this case, well, let me backtrack. It was a lot of tweets going out and a lot of argument and back and forth with saying that black men, us, we don't, protect our black women.
False.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I got mad at
black
that.
women. Yeah, I hate that shit. That's why I'm always. That's one.
Every last one of them. Like, don't bunch me up with a fuck nigga. He pulled out a gun and aimed it at a woman. You are a fuck nigga. Something I would never do.
On the same side of that, they were saying like, well, what did she do to him for him to have to shoot her? It
doesn't matter.
Hey, you, and who we all are in agreement to that.
Like, okay, so for the sake
of conversation, she called him a fuck nigga. He got upset probably, some shit like that, which he shouldn't have and pulled the gun out. No, but just for the sake of conversation, probably was some weak shit like that. Like, you're a fuck nigga, you're a little nigga, and that he a little nigga, so his little nigga.
Yeah, short emotional niggas are dangerous. You don't want to be around them.
They got a syndrome named after him.
Man, if that girl didn't have no weapon, they had no gun, ain't from what I've seen on it, ain't touched you, ain't did nothing to you, my nigga. She doesn't deserve what happened to her.
Even if she touched him, it don't matter.
For people who running around talking about, she snitched. I seen a lot of that. Y'all just gonna ignore that she snitched and she did the same thing 6ix9ine do. You fucking stupid. Right. Because that ain't the same thing. That girl ain't never portrayed.
She wasn't no willing. She
not in no criminal enterprise, man. Yeah. She's a normal citizen, my nigga. And what happened is domestic violence. Fuck is y'all talking about? She's a snitch, nigga. Fuck.
People be wanting to be fake tough, man.
Like rightfully so.
Snitching, like if I go rob a bank with you, they catch me, but
and I go tell you
it too.
You snitching. You criminal. You came into the criminal world.
She ain't asked to be shot.
Yeah, if I say, hey man, hit me with a pack, you hit me with the pack, I'm selling dope, and then I get caught. Well, tell us who gave it to you. Who did? Shit.
Damn. In 2 weeks?
Yeah, man.
I mean, like, go listen to episode 96. He clearly said he has a cartel.
Yeah, he told y'all the whole time.
Clearly it was him the whole time.
He had a 2-week cartel. 2 week.
It don't take him long.
Big network. Yeah.
But like, to me, like, I don't look at that as snitching, like, and I never have. I've never looked at the person who is a normal citizen, a normal human being who's just trying to live their life and do all that shit. I don't look at it as snitching. That nigga shouldn't have did that whole shit.
But the craziest shit about it, when she had the opportunity, when they're in the police station, and she's in the hospital, she could have pointed.
And I don't know what they doing. I would have been quiet as fuck.
Yeah, somebody
shut the fuck up.
Yeah. I think it's more so because Tora was saying I ain't do it and making her look bad. She got shot from somewhere. So if somebody's lying and somebody's saying she didn't get shot, eventually she just has to come out and say somebody did shoot me. I didn't shoot my goddamn self. I shot myself or somebody else shot me.
If she was willing to keep it cool after all that, he should have really.
He should have shut up too.
The only thing we ain't putting no statements out. We ain't. Nothing.
The only thing that I hope, man, and I hope this don't come off wrong. It probably will, and I get me, but she said her piece. She said it. I don't want them people on the internet to run that girl crazy. Y'all need to leave that girl alone. Trying to make they're making her have to come out and say all of this shit, man. That girl went through a traumatic experience. She should be able to be chill, be left alone, because she's the victim in this case. But yet, y'all keep priding and poking and pushing that girl. So we've been seeing her last week getting on there ranting, raving, and defending herself, which she shouldn't have to do when you're the victim.
Because they're crazy.
If anybody needs to explain anything, it's Tori.
Yeah.
He's doing a bad job of it. So maybe that's why she had to come out and speak her piece, because he's doing a bad job.
Well, the internet keep coming at her.
Yeah,
they keep saying that it was
she's
fake.
Too friendly.
No. They said it was fake, that she really didn't get shot. So now you see pictures of her wounds and all. That girl shouldn't have to do all of that, man, for these people, man. That's why I sometimes that internet boy.
Does she? And we talked about this too. Does she have to? Does she have to respond?
And that I'm glad you asked that question, because Tamika asked me. The girl
I would think
asked me,
it's. Oh, go ahead, Tuck.
No, the girl asked me like when she first sent it to me, I was like, man, she's just too young to care. She's too young not to care right now. Like, if you see people like the Beyoncés, the Rihannas, like they all, even Cardi B, they all had.
Because I don't think
Rihanna to that negative shit.
I don't think Rihanna ever
you can't
say
even
anything
get them
about
to
her
say
situation.
nothing to the internet trolls. So you can't get them to say a word.
Did Rihanna ever respond to that situation?
She was always going off on somebody on Instagram or Twitter at some point, because they were at her, and then she, they always had them come in creepers, and she'll respond to it. Cardi B, she would always get on there telling people to suck her dick and all this kind of shit. You don't see that anymore.
But not
that got to be tough when you got hundreds of thousands of people commenting on your posts, and it's all like, you lying, you ain't get shot. And nigga, this nigga shot me. The fuck I gotta explain some shit for?
But that's what I said. She may be too young to not care.
I mean, but that's just, this nigga shot me. Why don't y'all go on that nigga page and ask him what the fuck he got going on?
We all logically know.
It's unfortunate.
Right, it is.
And it's just kind of what we were saying last week. How like I hate breaking stuff down and black men, black women, trans man, trans woman, all that different stuff. Like, I hate doing that shit. At the end of the day, man, I hate when it get brought up. Black men never defend black women. Here's a prime example. Man, We gotta. I wish we could stop doing that, man. On all sides, no matter what it is, we gotta stop doing that shit.
I protect one in a couple every day. So yeah, y'all can stop saying that.
Nas dropped. What he drop? King Disease, isn't that what it got? Diasis. What the fuck is it?
I know that's the first song. I know King Disease is the first song.
That ain't the album name?
I don't know. I know it's amazing.
Yeah.
He dropped. He dropped the album that he did with the producer Hit Boy, who makes he makes a lot of hits. Did a lot of production for Drake. They always kind of went at Nas hard for not having the best of productions in his later albums. Did y'all get a chance to listen to the album? What y'all thoughts on it?
Absolutely. I was listening to it last night, man. That man riding. That whole CD me cold. Like it's a different vibe. Like it ain't lyrics over subpar beats. Mm-hmm. This is lyrics and smooth, mashed potato smooth ass beats on these.
Right. And I think
for real.
I think that notion, it's just who he is. Boring beats.
Mm-hmm.
Because to me, this is still mellow is kind of boring. So it's boring, but it's good. So I think you can still have boring beats, but be good beats. And I think that this is like he had a few songs on there where it was more up tempo, more hyper. But for the most part, it was mellow and boring, but good. So I think you have pick boring beats and it still be good. And this was a good example of that.
Who don't know what the fuck you talking about? But that shit was good. And I was kind of a little hyped about it. That wasn't just.
Thank you.
That shit was like, I was like, oh shit. And then another one come, oh shit. And I'm like, damn, this Nas doing this? I thoroughly enjoyed it.
I think what be happening, Hoot, to your point, with Born and all that, I think sometimes when you rap and you're a lyricist and you want to say stuff, sometimes those beats be too much. They be too boom, 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 and the rhythms and the cadences of those big, powerful beats that we like sometimes they're not the best for storytelling. They're not the best for getting out lyrics where you're using words that have to be stretched. And I know that might be getting a little too technical, but Dez probably can know what I'm talking about. But like letting that shit stretch out where you trying to get all your words in and use these words and metaphors in it. Sometimes, like if you ever notice them big ass boom bap, that's why they only using a couple words. That's why they only, bitch, I could fuck you, ducker, tucker. Like, cause the beat, boom, boom, like it's just hitting like that. So sometimes those boring beats, they're more stretched out. They got more instrumentation into it because you're gonna say more words, and that's when we end up like you end up doing that more, and that's when you start saying like, oh, this boring. That's what J. Cole be doing. That's what niggas.
Rick Ross.
Yeah, Rick Ross. Well, Ross is good at both. Ross is one of those artists that can do both and easily do it. But if you look at his best wordplay songs, I bet you that beat more laid back and more like
absolutely.
It's a more live beat than
hey, Stock. Thank you for knowing.
Won't hold me back.
Thank you for knowing what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I knew what you were saying the whole time.
You too talk. Thank you.
That Nas, it's dope, man.
That I like that blue beat. Y'all got a favorite on it yet?
Yes, 27 Summers. That nigga been around for 27 summers, and that alone is amazing.
That's true.
Full circle for me, baby.
What?
Foster Brown, come on, that
85?
Crazy.
Car 85.
Yeah,
Car 85. Like that was dope.
The Cure.
The Cure is crazy too.
Yeah, The Cure is crazy.
Is that the one with AZ on it?
No,
no, that's Full Circle.
Oh yeah.
Did y'all catch the line where he said Michael Jordan gives back as much as LeBron, but
you don't hear about it.
You don't hear about
it.
Hell yeah.
He been doing that, man. He been giving a whole lot. But the reason is nigga be like only 5 million, Michael. Yeah, bitch. What you get? Yeah. 5 million is a lot of money.
That's a lot of fucking money. Well, you ain't got it.
Yeah, but he stayed doing that, man. Yeah. Like only the people who don't really pay attention to the deep shit that's not really said only say that. We've been talking about Michael Jordan giving back since we started this podcast. So and it's been happening before.
And he don't be a jail, you dumb motherfuckers.
Right. That's his big genes.
But what's crazy is the dude who do that name is Michael Jordan.
It is Michael Jordan.
Like you stupid motherfuckers won't bother to read to decipher the difference. But whatever.
It was Michael Jordan.
This week we saw Steam. I think did we touch on this last week about C Murder trying to get out of jail, Kim K kind of helping to try to do that.
Before we get into that, can we talk about how Jay-Z tried to run over my man and he fucked it up
again? I don't think Jay-Z fucked it up though.
I didn't know how far him doing that went back. This shit go back 20 years.
Yeah, seeing that shit
he been
crazy.
doing it.
But that shit trash.
Nas,
Whatever that shit was trash.
But Nas don't talk a lot. Jay-Z don't talk a lot. I wonder sometimes if they just talk and agree to do it sometimes too.
Dude,
Like, hey, we've been having this story going on. How about we keep doing this shit? We gonna get some attention. We gonna get some more listens. But I don't think they chase it like that.
I don't think neither one of them kind of niggas. Like, man, let's strategically, I'm playing this out.
So what is it then? Is it just a coincidence that they always drop at the same time?
This shit go back 20 years.
Fucking with that nigga, man.
Yeah.
Jay, he not gonna say it. He probably come out and like, oh, fuck it, I just put on music. Yeah, you know how he be doing. But he probably do be fucking with that man. I'm gonna tell you my theory.
Even though it's his artist,
y'all not gonna like my theory.
I don't think he on that. I don't think he on them no more. I think he's like on Empire or some shit.
My personal opinion. Yeah. This is mine. I think that Nas was the better rapper, especially back then. Mm-hmm. He was the better rapper. He was the more polished rapper. He had the streets behind him, and everybody knew it. And I think that Jay-Z used to like to step on it, just because it was a threat. Like, you're gonna eliminate the comp.
And so
that's how it started.
So once that turned, he just still kept it going. Once it became that Jay-Z's the more favorite, I ain't gonna say the better rapper, but the more favorite rapper, the more favorite artist, he's still thinking, let me still step on Nas, who's
he shouldn't be doing it now.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't know, man. Like, y'all say it's been going back 20 years. I honestly never paid it attention of any kind, because like I'm like, shit.
Some of them
you definitely should have saw it years ago. Because
like when they were in the middle of their beef, I get it. Okay, I'm talking about now. Like, they've been on stage together, they've worked together on like countless things.
Right, that's what Hoot and I'm saying. But this shit be going on now.
Right, but I'm saying, why and then at this point in this day and age, I don't like the energy Jay-Z and Beyonce and all them on like preaching togetherness. I really don't think he just went at it like on the standpoint of, let me go against Nas again.
And you know something?
But you know what? It was a joke when this Nas album. I seen somebody making a joke of it. I wonder what Jay-Z gonna do. And he dropped something.
But you know something? I'm gonna tell y'all something. It's probably one of those things like this. Like, let me say this right, because this gonna sound crazy. They probably, I don't give a fuck. Fuck that. Somebody approached me about wanting to do an opportunity, right? I'm not gonna go too much into detail. They wanted me to do something with them. Wanted us, rather. And it's cool. We're gonna talk about that later. Nobody comment on that part. But what it aligned was a special episode that we've been doing. We've have special episodes on here forever. And they was explaining it to me the same way that we do our special episodes. So it's like, now if we go and drop a special episode, are those people going to be looking like, oh, they got that shit from us? You see what I'm saying? So I say that to say that Jay-Z and Pharrell might have been had that plan to do that shit. Like, they might have got it on a calendar where they wrote that shit 7 months ago, before they even knew Nas was dropping. And Nas picked that date, and it's like, shit, well, we still got that plan, and it's just going to look like a coincidence. Mm-hmm. So that's the shit that you never really know. And you never know behind scenes.
But what if that happens 10 times?
Hold on. We never, on this one, I'm talking about this particular one. Like, you never know what what phone calls might have transpired behind scenes. Like, hey, bro, I see that you dropping. What's up? Like, this is our schedule. Oh, man, it's good, man. Do your thing. Like, you just never really know what happened behind scenes while the social media go crazy about it.
Man, I don't think dropping the same time, different time, changed the numbers of anyone. Like, I heard I wasn't listening to that Nas. I seen y'all say, shit, this Nas straight. Now this Nas is good. That one made me go listen. It wasn't shit. Jay-Z ain't stopped that, and it's Jay-Z. So I'm a Jay-Z fan. I'm gonna listen to watch his video.
Well, that's like that. Let's go back to it's a weird comparison to the Sweetie Pie thing. Does one of them still care which one's first?
Of course.
Because I know it's not stopping you. It's not stopping you from listening, but I still want to be above you, nigga.
Yeah, but I think that's pretty much solidified. Like, Jay-Z had the much better career.
But this song today, I still say, but today, the Nas is better than the Jay-Z song that came out.
Of course. He beat him on the song. Yeah.
Is it anything into moving dates? I've seen people like, damn, I ain't realize you and they just moved their date all together.
Yeah, it wasn't number the video, but which one of them niggas is gonna move their dates? Neither one of them.
Well, I'm dropping an album.
I think it was perfect time. I mean, it's just it's a single. I get it. You drop a single on the same day I drop an album.
That song is fitting.
I mean, it's still, you know what I'm saying?
That's what I want to ask. What do you think about the Jay-Z and Pharrell song?
I love the video. I would never just listen to the song, but I love the video.
What about just a verses, just the Jay-Z verse? Because the whole song was weird from the Pharrell standpoint of it.
It was kind of Jay-Z verse. I mean, it was one of them, let me be introspective and, just talk over a beat.
Right. The people, I'm saying, like the irony.
Come on, let's talk about the people.
The people who were killing the nigga. Man, Tom, finish your thought, man. We kind of cut you off.
Oh, you good. Go ahead. Oh, we probably going in the same direction.
Well, the people, man, who was like saying, like killing them about, FUBU and all of that different shit, and talk about how he was championing all these big brands and stuff when it was back then, instead of talking about FUBU then when he had the opportunity. Now all of a sudden he this, that, and that. Not my words, their words. What's y'all thoughts on people like that? Like, it's almost like you can't evolve or change.
People stupid and scared to
They never heard of Malcolm Little.
Samuel Jackson. Shut the fuck up, motherfucker.
Nigga
stupid, man.
Nigga said he ain't got FUBU in his closet. You don't either.
And the bigger picture is he wasn't saying by FUBU, man. No. Y'all so smart, y'all stupid that y'all don't
support
know
black owned.
He was saying
go buy some Dummies gear.
Yeah, he was saying go buy the Dummies Podcast gear. He was saying go buy
support
some
your black friend gear.
He was saying go buy some True Freshman stuff, Varsity Supplier stuff. Go shop with Baron Marks Media. Goddamn, go get Cuz to hang your TVs and stuff.
Listen,
that's what he was talking about.
I'm gonna say this, FUBU and I might get killed for it, but black people are the worst. Not all, but
kill his ass. Get it off of me.
It's a good percentage.
That he
the absolute worst. So.
That's what they be saying. Black men don't never support. See, when they put all of them in there, that's the same thing you doing.
Lump them on.
No, I'm saying, I said
black people. I didn't say black people.
Well, let me clean that up.
I went to go support a black business Friday, and them niggas charged me $8 for a grits bowl. I was like, what the fuck? This is grits.
Instant grits.
The fuck is wrong with you?
Y'all nigga crazy, man.
You ain't your
conversation, boy.
Nah, I'm talking about the people on the internet, man. Like I swear, man. I seen like Instagram. They doing a good job of taking that hate speech away from these trollers on the internet.
Hateful motherfuckers.
But I'm telling you, man, like these people that draw up these comparisons, like you were just saying about the whole FUBU thing. Like who thinks of shit like that to compare to? Like what amount of time do you have to sit at a computer and think like, hey, I bet Jay-Z didn't have no damn FUBU on. He had Rockaway. Like all that. Like who thinks
which is black on.
You just gotta let people evolve, man. Like we gotta stop holding people. It's some stuff I understand.
Pulling receipts and all that kind of stuff.
And also, man,
some stuff you gotta let people evolve, from there. Like I might have thought this at 18, but I'm 36 now, guys. Stop fucking bringing up my 18-year-old fucking thoughts.
Right.
Yes, I used to wear Prada and couldn't afford it. Now, nigga, I wear goddamn $50 Vans.
H&M.
Because I've grown. I've grown and I know that I don't need to have $500 shoes for no fucking reason, man.
Hey man, I can wear Nikes. I don't have to wear masterpiece shoes. Maybe I just don't like them. If he was black or white, they ugly as fuck. That's what I was trying to get into. I just don't like them. I don't care what color he is. Your shoes are ugly.
And sometimes it's simple as take the message and not worry about the messenger. The message he was giving was a good message.
I think what they're saying too, can't get right when he's saying they ugly, like them big ass Balenciagas is ugly as fuck.
They very
I don't want those either.
Yeah, but that's what they're saying. You'll give these ugly motherfuckers a shot for $500, but you won't put on these Mariottis, whatever them bitches called.
Nah, yeah. If I'm wear ugly pair of shoes, I might as well wear the Marriottis if I'm gonna wear some ugly ass shoes.
But did y'all see when Jay-Z was talking about he had bought them? He bought 2 pair of them Billionaire Boy brand, whatever them shits is,
and didn't get them.
Yeah, he was like, I ain't get them, motherfucker. I bought them
from Lonzo Ball now.
Yeah. But a lot of people said that they ain't nobody get their shit.
Ain't nobody get their baller brands, man.
So is it okay? So is it okay for him
done stuff like buy 10,000 Nipsey albums when it was $100 a piece? So nigga, shut the fuck up. Sitting on your couch.
You brought
with
up
your fat ass fingers.
You brought up Master P. Did y'all see that he was expressing his frustration with the C murder case? We were talking about, Kim K possibly getting them out. Monica chimed in, was talking about getting them out. And it seemed like P had a little bit of a problem with him with C murder calling Kim K his angel. And he went on a rant about, nigga, your grandmother was your angel. And he just went on a rant. I don't know if y'all saw the rant. I'm not going to explain it. But if you haven't seen it, he just basically expressed his frustrations about C murder and all the years he's been working trying to get him free. I just want to know y'all thoughts on it because I got an opinion.
It's tricky for me. It's tricky. It's tricky and it's a sensitive topic and subject for me to speak on because I don't know the full scope of it. But just the simple, I sent the screenshot of what C Murder said, or under his caption, under his picture on his IG. I don't know if he said it or who worded it for him, but some of the shit in there that I saw was kind of weird to me because I saw him in there basically saying, I came to jail, I did it all on my own, ain't nobody paid for my lawyers, ain't nobody paid for my, it was all me. Like, basically, to me, I took it as he was saying he ain't have no help in there. Whereas we even know P's been speaking on it for the longest, saying he's helping, he's doing this, he's helping pay for this, and my mama or my grandmother put her house up for you to get these lawyers the first time you was out and things like that. So when it gets to shit like this and it starts to get tricky, I step back from it because I don't know all of the details of that shit. And that shit's some tricky, sensitive stuff. You know what I'm saying? To talk about.
It just all seems weird because whatever you pay for, like P did that for you. Even if it is your money, P allowed you, made a way for you to do that. And like you said, like, how many times can you tell a grown man, like, I'm not fixing your next problem? Like, he had did this, he had 2 club shootings that he was in. This is his second one. And Pete told that nigga, stop going to the little small ass clubs and shit like that. Stop doing that shit. Stop carrying a pistol. You can have security. And you got a house. Why should he gave all them niggas houses? Why should your mama have to put up her house? Where the fuck is your house? The money that you got is from P. That shit from No Limit. You ain't had no job nowhere.
I had to rap to do that though. It was my rap talent. You can't take that away from me.
Okay.
That's like saying the money that goddamn LeBron got is from his owner. Shit, I still play ball.
Yeah. But if it's no NBA, you being able to dunk don't really mean shit, does it?
Well, that's different. But like at the same time, like if I don't do my talent, I'm not gonna get paid for it. So
that man wasn't even a rapper. He didn't even know he could rap.
But he did.
He had no aspirations of rapping.
Well, technically, he still couldn't.
But my whole thing with it, before I get in the weeds and shit, I'm with you, who like it do get complicated and we don't know the details to it. I do still feel like though, I don't care if it's Kim K, if it's Monica, if it's Ray J. I don't give a fuck who the fuck it is.
Get my brother out.
If they can get that man out for something that he's been incarcerated for, I feel like all of them need to come together and and make that happen. Yeah. And I don't know the details. I also kind of sensed a little bit, it's just me, I sensed a little bit that perhaps I've been working on this for a long time and here come Kim K, and a lot of people don't want to respect her. Here come Kim K coming in and about to get them out, and it's kind of like, oh, I've been doing this. You know what I'm saying? And
there go that hierarchy shit again.
I sensed a little bit. I'm not gonna say that's what it is. I'm just saying I sensed a little bit. Monica had a good statement. She said, I have been respectful towards you. You have refused to do the same to me. You cannot speak on me because you do not know me. I have only conversed with Silk. This matter is between you men, your brothers. Leave me out of this. My efforts have been the same. I just don't see the need to post it. Check the visiting list from the Pash to the Angola to Hunt, or better yet, ask his children. You respond before you read. I connected him to Kim 7 months ago. He's never not been able to hit me up, my mother or brother, to get what he needs. Focus on his freedom.
Yep.
I thought that again, I don't want to fight with you. Y'all are brothers. I don't want to get in between that. I don't want to be the pun to between y'all. All I want to do is get this man out. That's all I think.
But I think his frustration lied with the family. You know what I'm saying? Because they were going out saying like, this man ain't been doing shit for C Murder since he been in there. And his stance was, I'm not a fucking ATM. Get a job. You see what I'm saying? The Master P ATM is closed. Basically, that's the caption he put out.
And then, how much? I mean, damn, nigga, you put yourself in that situation. He told you don't do it. If you do it, you on your own. And that man was grown at the time. What do you want that man? And I'm pretty sure P has paid money for this nigga legal situations.
I just know that from the time C Murder been in, there's always been some tension and weird beef between him and P. That's the part like Huda said, I'm not gonna get in. I'm not gonna chime in on that part. Cause I don't know. I don't know who put up money. I don't know who did what. I know it's a man in jail. He mad about something. I won't know the situation better than him. And I know there's a man that's free who is a big wig who's saying one thing. That's the part we'll never know. That's like that Lil Wayne. That's like that Lil Wayne and Birdman. We can't really necessarily get in that beef, but it's just weird. I just hope he gets free.
He might have talked to the best lawyer in the world, and they said, "Hey, you really just gonna be? I'll take your money, but it ain't no getting them out. Like you don't know what happened. It's no way P got all this money, and money is the reason that C Murder can't get out of jail.
But then also again,
it's not money. I don't think."
Then if you're told that, then fuck the hierarchy shit. Fuck who gets credit for it. I get you've been doing this, but hey, if they have the opportunity and they speak to some people to have this conversation and say, hey, it's a possibility he's going to get out. Hey, maybe we get that you've been doing that for 10 years, but if your lawyers have been telling you that it's not going to work and theirs are telling it, hey, it may work, fuck it, my brother's free.
If Kim K can get my brother out and she get all the attention for it, great. That nigga come home, we still got beef. I'd rather beef with that nigga on the outside and we squash that shit as men being able to talk to each other than him still being there. So if she can get him out and Monica ain't do shit. Whatever y'all beef is, don't put Monica in it.
Yeah. But with music, I don't know, hope, like you said, hope C Murder come home. I saw an article that was basically on Complex. It was saying, stop letting numbers decide relevance in rap. We've argued about this a lot, about who good, who not, who capable, who not. But it's basically saying that far too long, we let numbers dictate who's great and who isn't. And what made it come about was on Drake release of Laugh Now, Cry Later, how the numbers went up and how they praising Lil Durk and the light that he's getting. But like they were saying, Lil Durk is not new. He's been here this whole time. He's been making music this whole time. And now people are like, oh man, Durk this, Durk that, So to my question, or my point is, how do y'all feel about numbers? Do y'all think that numbers is always the deciding factor on how great something is?
Nope, it's not, because especially with music, like I said, it's subjective. Like some of our, people that we love to listen to, Texas stars, especially from the South, Southern stars, never really got mainstream success. I'm a Devin the Dude fan. I don't think he ever had one radio single for real.
But respectfully, I'm gonna push back on you a little bit, because I've heard you be like, man, how can he compete with him? He got 20 top hits.
Classic albums.
Yes.
You the classic album king.
Yes. But you have to use something. To like in basketball, we talk about championships. So yes, you gotta. It is the be all, but you got to use numbers for something. If you're talking about Jay-Z versus some other big pop star, then you can use numbers. 11 number one albums and so many albums sold, and yes, you can use numbers.
So then you're letting numbers decide relevance.
You can use that in your argument, but if the nigga's trash, he trash like. What's the nigga Russ? He's one of the biggest selling artists, rap artists right now. The Post Malone. Both them niggas is ass to me. So it don't always matter. Numbers don't always matter if the nigga not good.
That's true. Because one of my favorite albums of the last few years was Lorraine Motel. I don't think that shit got enough credit for what it was. It came out right around 444 time or before 44. And to me, that shit arguably was just as strong as an album. And this is from Killer Cayenne, who he don't have a platform that Jay-Z got nowhere near, but dope fucking album. And right now, if you probably turn that album on right now, it is perfect right now.
I would relevant to today. Right.
I would re-release a deluxe album.
Some of my favorite music has 0 album sales. Like that whole Squad Up goddamn run has 0 album sales. And that's, to me, some of the best music that my preference that I like. And Lil Derek, I don't know if he ever really had a full album. I know it was a lot of mixtapes. Like a lot of local artists in New Orleans before you get to the bigger artists was some of my favorite music. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So, and those numbers talking about Lil Durk, he shined on that Drake song, and he shined on Nas album.
He did.
So maybe he's just growing into his own.
Yeah. Them Griselda guys, all of those guys are dope to me. And Fred the Godson was dope. Rest dope. Fred the Godson. And he never got what, you know what I'm saying, except for those up north people. Like nobody down here really listened to it.
I told you, man. I love to find.
I just like music.
I love to find the artists before they bubble.
Right.
That's probably when their music is the best. In some instances, I'll say Dirk is the other way around. Like Dirk is getting better now that he's getting more mainstream success. But majority of people, their music is the best when they're not at their height.
Like I shared that Funk Flex, Fred the Godson, the freestyle thing with. I know I did with Stock. Man, that man went on for like 3 minutes straight. He like did a song, fool. Like, and he was just flowing. So. Those kind of people, they don't get, you know, the notoriety. And then, of course, everybody rest in peace, Fred the Godson. You know what I'm saying? Like they've been rocking with him. Like, you don't even know Fred the Godson song.
So to sum it up, numbers matter, but they're not the end all be all.
Right.
I agree. With that. Where we at? Fuck. Where we going?
Sports. We ain't got no more music.
No. Y'all saw what Ice Cube did.
Wayne dropping too. Wayne dropping.
Go ahead. Ice Cube. Ice Cube was I don't know if it was last night or the night before last, but he was like with this up and coming election, right? And you know, I've been very, very vocal about, you know what I'm saying, holding your votes hostage. It's stupid for you to do that. Listen, guys, like I understand. You want to find out what these individuals are going to do when they get in
Ice
there.
Cube did.
Well, what he did, he went on, he made a video I saw it last night. He was talking about we're not just going to be voting, you know, Joe Biden in. We have to figure out, you know, what are you going to do for us? You know what I'm saying? And when
nigga, we voting Joe Biden in. Get the fuck out of here.
Yes, nigga, end of discussion. Shut the fuck up.
You gonna hold your vote hostage. Your ass gonna be a hostage.
And that's what he didn't say that at all. He was like, man, I'm not just gonna vote somebody in. I want to know what your plan is. You know what I'm saying? Going forward to earn, you got to earn my vote. Basically, is what he's saying. Like, if you don't
I get
vote,
that, and I understand that. But once the candidate is the candidate, nigga, what you
can't do nothing about it. Like,
you can't put goddamn Denzel in there now.
Yeah.
What you gonna do?
You should have been saying that shit in the primary,
bro.
I mean, I get that. That's a good idea. 2 years ago.
Yeah.
But the thing is, again, guys, it goes back, circle back to 6 episodes ago when Charlamagne first said that stupid shit, holding your vote hostage. Basically, what he's saying is, if he hasn't put out an agenda about what he's going to do for the black people, why vote for him? You know what I'm saying? It ain't, you just can't get our vote automatically because you want Donald Trump out.
Because you see the alternative.
You know what I'm saying?
But the thing about that, Charlamagne has been saying that for at least a year or two.
Well,
like, there needs to be a black gender.
He can't say it no more though.
Right, you can't say that shit right now. The candidates are who they are.
Yeah.
That's it. You know what I'm saying? And this, like I said, this video, I just saw this last night, and the candidate had already. That's who it is. It's no. That's who, we got Joe. We got Donald. Which one you pick?
I'm sick of that shit.
Kanye.
I feel like some of that shit is so fucking stupid and it's so ridiculous. I get the notion of what they're trying to do. But last I checked, COVID, it didn't give a fuck if you're black or white, right?
Right.
But it matters who you have in the office handling that shit, right? Like, we all at home, we all being sick, we all know people who've been affected, we know people who dying now, and a lot of that shit was unnecessary by somebody who not necessarily doing black or white, they just doing shit for themselves. You know what I'm saying? And so when you sit there and say silly shit like, what's the black agenda? I understand. That's definitely, we need something that's going to better and further our community. And I'm all for that. I'm black. So don't try to say that I'm not for that. But at the same time, if he has a plan, Joe Biden has a plan of how to fight COVID, nigga, that shit helps black, white, green, purple. Nigga, it helps us black because that's the people who are mainly being affected by the fucking disease. Right. So when you say, like, what's the agenda for black people? Was helping save motherfuckers from COVID.
Keeping you alive. Yeah,
like everything, if you're the president of the United States, and I know where this shit stems from because, again, we're all black. Right. A lot of this shit stems from we feel like we always get the short end of the stick. Or you see those posters, whether it's Obama, whether it's Bush first, Bush second, Reagan, Clinton, or Trump, the hood still look the same. Got it. But there are certain things by, like what we just said, with certain presidents being in office that affect us in different ways, man. And if you don't understand and see that by now, then you fucking stupid. And I hate some people, not talking about Ice Cube, because Ice Cube has done such a great job for our community and been a leader for a lot of times. But we got to stop letting these people sometimes use their platform irresponsibly. And that's the people that you get at leverage and platform too. You see people like us who speak for normal, everyday people, we won't get the platform to be able to express ourselves. They'll be like, oh, no, you're not famous enough. Oh, no, you're not crying in your video when you say
we the majority, nigga.
But we're the people who are trying to tell these people what the fuck need to be going on.
Right.
Or we're the people who are more aligned with everyday Americans. Yet you let some Charlemagne come up there, hey, don't vote for it. Man, Charlemagne, never mind.
And then for like the video was shared, of course. And like all things that's trending, I'm with you. First person you see, Tip. I'm with you, Ice Cube. Like, man, come on, bro. Like, do you hear what this man's saying? Like,
man, the shit just stupid. Go vote. Go vote for Joe Biden. Like, if you don't vote, you're voting for Trump. You're a dumb fucking idiot. So just shut the fuck up.
He said that. I saw y'all saw that audio clip that leaked. He was like, in the 2016 election, the black vote was down 30-40%, which basically mean they voted for me.
Right.
He said that shit. And in there with, I want to say he was in there with those black preachers and things of that nature. He basically said that shit.
If you don't vote,
it's going to get worse if he is reelected. If you think this year, if you think this one was bad, he can't go. He can't run again.
Hey, and that's when presidents really get their shit off. They second term.
His people said that too, though.
And
his people said that. His people said that. Hey, you think it's crazy now? Like the people who's for him, not against him. Right. Like you think he's doing what he wants now? Wait till that second term.
Wait, man, you can't do nothing about it.
Yes, because when you keep saying what is Joe Biden doing for black people? All right, cool. Trump, in this sense, we've seen what's happened with COVID. I don't know if anybody's seen, but like 60 to 70% of black businesses are suffering right now under this same thing. So if you're not saying that, what is Joe Biden doing for black people? You got to look and say, well, damn, what has this administration done to help them? To you to say, hold your vote, to give them another shot at it. Like, what have they done to deserve another shot? You know, it's just crazy, man. Like, I hate it because I understand that a lot of people don't understand politics, man.
It's a weird perspective to have right now.
The baby, he went out and said Kanye got his vote.
Don't take your vote advice from the baby.
Like, but that's the thing, if you go on these Instagram pages and these Twitter followers, they have millions upon millions of followers. So if they are saying it, oh, I'm a fan of his. That's why I said, like, you have to be careful with your platform, bro. Like, you can't just say silly shit like that because people gonna believe you. They're your fans. Mm-hmm. So don't be stupid, people. Carry your ass to the voting booth. Vote straight Democrat.
Politics the shit that get me the most mad because it's the thing that people pay the littlest attention to. But it's the thing that affects your fucking life on a daily fucking basis. Whether it's how much money coming out of your check, whether it's how much money you have in your household, whether it's if you buy a house, whether it's the taxes that accrued if you buy a house. Fuck it. You don't want to buy a house. It's the apartment that you want to go live in. It's the groceries that you go buy. It's the gas that you fucking pay. It's the schools that your kids go. Every fucking thing around you is politics, yet it's the thing that you care the least about.
And complain the most about.
Just
a month or two out.
Sports. The playoffs is back, man.
Bum shot.
You see the wrist. You see the flick. Who
y'all favorites for the championship? This is a perfect time to say it, Hootie. You won't ask us now. You probably would have asked us back in
I asked last week.
The season ain't even started yet.
You mean like last week?
You asked us who our favorites was for the championship?
Yeah, I did.
I don't remember that.
Who I said, Hootie?
The Lakers, of course.
Well, it ain't changed, motherfucker.
They're the Lakers. Because I think I said Milwaukee was looking good until they lost to Orlando.
Did I say
and then they came back and hammered Orlando the next couple games. But the most impressive right now, right? The most impressive to me right now is still is I ain't gonna say still because I ain't say them last time, but it's Toronto.
Okay.
Well, they playing Brooklyn, but I
know, but
man, I like Clippers and Either Toronto or the Bucks.
Y'all think Dame gonna be able to carry Portland? Him and McCollum?
How's his hand?
Nah.
He killed last night, didn't
he? Yeah, he did his thing.
Hell yeah, with that little bum ass hand.
Right.
I just don't think they have enough. Though.
Yeah,
they just don't have enough. But honestly, sitting back looking at it, the Lakers don't have a ton. They have outside of AD and LeBron, they're pretty average.
But it boils down to defense, man.
Ain't no defense, man. These teams scoring 145 points in the third quarter. Ain't no defense.
140. Portland ain't scored over fucking 110 points in 3 games.
Man, I'm talking about overall scoring is up in the bubble. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm talking about the Lakers.
Take your little Laker little
I'm
face
talking about
off.
the Lakers.
Shit.
You think the Lakers are playing better defense than the Clippers or even Milwaukee, so to say?
That's a question?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's why he asked it. He ain't asked a statement.
man, it's good to see the sports going. And actually, when y'all think about it, this weekend start college football, don't it?
Huh? No.
Does it?
No.
It got to.
It's about to be September.
College football is usually always the weekend after high school starts. High school just started.
Normally, it is, but
I think
they're doing
commercial to September.
Yeah,
I think
because
they're
doing
I guarantee
conference.
some college football probably coming on this weekend.
I'm excited about it.
No, because they moved it all to only conference games, so that's later on in the year. I don't think it's done to like the end of September.
Yeah, you're right, Joe. Because some teams have released their schedule.
I know it's not the end of September. I think somebody start the first week of September if it's anything.
Mm.
I could be wrong, but
high school football jumped off. Joe, who won that Hoover game?
Austin P football will kick off Division I collegiate football season on Saturday, August 29th at 7 p.m. against Central Arkansas.
I'm telling you.
Central Arkansas.
Central Arkansas.
I know how that football works. Niggas can play that shit.
Hey, I might watch that game. I would never watch that game.
Hell yeah, you gonna watch that shit. That bitch gonna be the most televised game in the world, goddammit.
In their school history.
Yeah, football is king. I love basketball. Y'all getting it right and shit, but football is king, period.
And that was updated 3 days ago, so oh shit.
Y'all getting that mad?
I need to get a game system. Shit. The kid going, I ain't even got a game system in the house.
Hell. Wait till the 5 drop. What is it? Is it the PlayStation 5? What is it?
Yeah, the 5.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. Fool. As long as we've been saying getting
every day.
As long as we've been talking about getting back into the game, I just hadn't got back into it.
I'm not gonna be able to find time to play the motherfucker.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That bitch.
Todd look excited over there about that Madden. You gonna get it?
Madden coming out?
And he gonna be a bum.
I ain't even, I ain't never,
sorry.
Never been a gamer.
I'll beat the shit
I'm
out
about
of you
to, yeah, because I ain't never, you know what I'm saying? But now I'm finna give me a game, and you got to be in the house, shit. You got to.
I'm gonna get that 2K because I like the story mode. But I'm
fucking
gonna
right, nigga. Get all that shit.
Did y'all see that? The video finally came out from the Raptors president. When he got pushed at the end of the finals in Golden State. Did y'all see that video?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And Golden State is now apologizing because that officer was super wrong, man. My man had his badge, pulling it out right here in his hand, and their whole argument was he didn't have a badge.
Right.
He didn't even try to look for the badge. As soon as my man was walking up, he immediately big push.
And that was another video of a black man telling the truth, and you try to say he was lying, and video just shows the complete
And it took him a year to figure it out.
They were just trying to smooth that shit over. It took a year to figure out an excuse for
in that arena. Well, man, you know they got cameras all over that motherfucker, man.
Man, them boy had big angles of that shit.
But I think they probably been knew. Right, they been knew. They just couldn't speak on it. It's to a point they could release it now, but they been knew, man. Fire his ass. Fuck it.
Shouts out to the Washington football team. They hired Jason Wright as the NFL's first black team president.
Hey,
yo,
I don't know if y'all saw that, but
that individual, whatever the fuck it is, point for them right there is pretty good. But they've been having a tough time with their name, and now their head coach has cancer. But as far as that right there for that black guy, that's super dope.
Yeah, I hate when people are like, oh, now they want to do it because the pressure. Yes, great. I don't give a fuck. Put them in there because let's keep putting more pressure to keep getting more in there.
Right. If he does a good job, then another one.
And isn't that the whole point of you putting pressure on them in the first place?
God.
You want a result.
They understand.
You want some kind of result to happen?
People are so crazy.
But niggas would hate Jackie Robinson nowadays. Oh, now you want to be now you want to play.
You did all that fighting to complain about the result.
It's like,
cheer it up.
You got what you wanted, but still, you.
Yes, I want him in there so he can probably hire me for the
like
marketing department or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes,
Yeah.
get him in there. That only benefits us, people. Like,
Yeah. So the Dummies can be the post game
right
interview crew, man.
Mm-hmm.
Get us
Bring a
in
new
there, my
flavor
boy.
to it.
Right.
Do y'all saw the NCAA was thinking about, or they are going to grant another year for kids, regardless if they play or not this year. They're gonna get another year.
That's good shit.
That's super dope.
That's super dope.
Man,
6 years of college, possibly.
Man,
yeah,
that's
another
dope.
year to get better.
But
Mm-hmm.
shit, I had to waste a year going to bars. So why they just get to live out they shit? Because but real talk. But like, where does that put the upcoming seniors? Now there's no room for them. I mean, not seniors, the high school seniors. That's that's going to be.
They still get
freshmen.
there. They still get their shot. They get a chance to red shirt, or if you good enough to play, you gonna play. I just think it's good because we see that sometimes there's players who come in and aren't good until their senior year. Yeah. So having
what about the scholarships though?
The NCAA say you're gonna get it.
Yeah, they're gonna grant it. They're gonna
you gotta get it. I mean, you can't.
So,
if it's the NCAA,
so are they gonna expand the amount of scholarships
they're
that?
They're gonna have to.
Yeah, you're gonna have to be able to have more if you're giving these.
I think that's dope because you basically cut the season short. Right. Some people like the Big Ten not even playing a season, or last I saw. But it's weird because I saw Minnesota practicing. Weren't they practicing? I seen a clip.
They still have hopes of it changing. They have hopes of it changing.
Like,
stay ready, keep them getting ready.
Yeah, stay ready. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you got to do it. Like it's only fair that you do that.
Because like you remember you saying like the Big Ten, they actually sent families waivers to see if they still. Yep. So
because you think about this is a prime example of why you need to do shit like that. Like you look at people who blossom their senior year. We all familiar with T. Martin. T. Martin only played 1 year.
Well, he was also behind Peyton Manning.
But that it doesn't matter who you're behind. It's a kid out there right now who needs this year in order to try to get that opportunity to go to NFL. That's the whole point.
This might have been his year to start.
Yeah,
like T. Martin. So that's true.
Or it might be a senior who behind a junior, and that junior, might get hurt, and then that senior get a chance. So regardless, man, everybody needs this time because you never know what happens or what pan out. You look at like a Kenyon Drake. Ain't that dude name that played at Alabama? Like the third string. Yeah, he was the third string, really running back at Alabama at that time. But look at him now. Shit, he's pretty fucking good in the NFL. So niggas need to get that chance to be honest.
I know me. I would definitely take that extra year. I would love to have another year on scholarship.
You know how many dreams I have right now that I got an extra year for? I'm dead fucking serious. I have so many dreams where I go to sleep and I'm sleeping and it's like, in that dream, it'd be that dream that you think real. I got.
Do you ever play the game?
I'm like,
do you ever get to the game?
As soon as the fucking game kick off, that bitch
got the same
to make the tackle, and then I wake up. I be mad as fuck. I be about to elbow the fuck out the girl in the head for that stupid shit.
I be on the goddamn sideline, ready to go. Kickoff happen. Soon as the nigga catch that bitch, I wake up. I woke up, nigga. I can't even get past the kickoff.
Hey, your uniform.
Trying to go back to sleep.
You know how you say? Yeah, hey, you do try to go back to sleep. Shit, let me get back to that shit. God damn it.
Close the eyes right quick.
Nope. Every time. Or I be sorry, like I be going to run to make the tackle, but I be slow as fuck.
Can't. My feet won't move.
What the fuck? Why I'm so slow? I'm better than this guy. But shouts out to the NCAA for that. That's dope, man.
Super dope.
That's gonna help a lot of programs, and that's only fair. That's the right way to be.
Right.
Moving on into the dummy of the week.
Stupid
ass dummy.
Man.
Dumb.
The Charlotte Hornets, they suspended their radio broadcaster for a mistyped racial slur. John Falk, whatever your name is, you dumbass nigga.
You dumb fuck.
Dumb fuck. Bring your ass over here to the principal's office. He made a tweet this week saying, shot making in this Jazz/Niggers game is awesome. Murray and Mitchell going back and forth. What a game. He sent this on August the 17th at 2:59 p.m. But yeah, the problem comes in that he said the Jazz, I guess he was trying to say the Jazz Nuggets, but this man said the Jazz Niggers. I don't know how the fuck you type this in your phone. Anybody got an iPhone out there? If you try to type niggers in there, it's not going to let you probably type that shit in there. But for him to make it a tweet, something you get to proofread and put it out, makes him the fucking dummy of the week.
Yeah.
He must have added that shit to his dictionary or something.
Urban
That's
dictionary.
What I'm saying. He had to add that.
It's got to
bitch
be
in
in
there.
That's his base. His base is Urban Dictionary.
Man, he had to do
dictionary. Goddamn.
Like, how the fuck you tweet this?
Stupid. He dumb. He's super dumb. I don't know if he intentionally did it, but I know that you've probably typed the word niggas with the ER in your phone too much, and that's what your phone recognizes.
Yeah,
and I ain't gonna fault
man. I got
that.
some words that my phone still won't recognize, man.
It won't get fuck for the life of me. It's always duck.
No, you can't put fuck in there.
It's duck for the long.
Nigga, I ain't mentioned duck in so damn long.
Bro, I can't even put Hooter in that bitch. That shit turned to high there.
Yeah.
No,
Hooter, bitch.
I think mine changed, and then mine changed on Courtney. It changes. It always does the IE. So
my shit won't change many words.
My phone dumb. Then
shit crazy fuck. Cause that bitch, soon as you get in your car, it tell you where you finna go, but it won't.
It won't know you said nothing.
Like, yeah, nigga. You meant to write that, nigga.
Yeah. But
you say nigga your off time. So
right.
You probably mean to say it now, but since you said it the last 100 times, here you go.
The Minority Report, nigga. You already committed that crime.
But for Mr. John fuck, whatever, you are the dumb fuck of the week.
Dumb fuck.
Dumb
son bitch.
Dumb
mama bitch.
Other than that, man, any other information or news we forgot to add on?
Yes, nigga. Happy birthday. Happy heavenly birthday to the Bean, man. Kobe Bean Bryant birthday.
Shouts out to the Cole.
The Mamba. Man, you miss him on the court when you see LeBron don't touch the ball for the last 6 fucking minutes.
Cry baby ass. That nigga be flopping too much for me, man.
Man.
But them boys don't foul in the NBA, fool. They don't ever foul. Nobody ever committed a foul.
I saw you put that on Facebook or something.
Yeah, nobody does it. I'm talking about it's non-existent.
Been slapped nigga in the head hard. Bang, I ain't even touch him.
You got my man eyed the goddamn socket. You fouled him, okay?
Other than that, any other news or things that we forgot to add?
Let me see what I left out.
When we gonna fix this, man?
What? In person?
I keep telling y'all I had enough of
friends,
Zoom.
Man. Yeah.
We'll talk about it off the air when Dad's fixing the stuff, but let's get off this Zoom soon, guys.
Yeah.
Let's figure it out.
I second the notion.
Second.
Well, other than that, we'll be back next week like we never left, because like we say every week, we never leave. You dig?
Stay safe.
You bitches.
Most importantly.